We are live here on YouTube from the UK for the first time in West Bromwich, UK. To my left, we got my main man in the UK, Jasper Ram. How you doing, Jasper?
West Brom?
West Brom, stand up. Yeah, so we're here to basically just talk about the Anthony Joshua fight. Obviously, it was a very big rematch between him and Andy Ruiz. Before anybody gets in here, Jasper, before we start rewatching the fight, because that's what this is. We're gonna rewatch the Anthony Joshua fight. We're gonna score it round by round. We're gonna dissect it piece by piece, brick by brick. But before we do that, I wanted to get your thoughts on the fight last night.
Yeah, I thought that it was a masterclass by Anthony Joshua. I was quite disappointed by Andy Ruiz in the shape that he came in. Thought it'd be a bit more of a. I thought that Andy Ruiz was kind of gun shy as well. So yeah, so let's see. Let's rewatch it. We were in Hennessy Bar last night, so it was emotions were high.
Emotions are very high, and speaking from an American perspective, this is the first time I've ever had a chance to take in the big UK fight while I'm in the UK. So I was there, and people were singing and dancing and drinking, and it was a great time. It was really it really broadened my perspective and horizons on what exactly British boxing actually is.
So was it? Did you feel as though it was kind of the 90,000 stadium right there?
Yeah, it's like I got a chance to kind of feel that while I was in the bar.
Yeah, and that was So yeah, I mean, it was an excellent night last night. Please check out the video. We had a lot of fun with the people over there. So go out. Just make sure that you remember to like this video,
Absolutely.
subscribe, and keep watching. And any suggestions are welcome.
Absolutely. And for the 6 of you that are here right now, and I know we're gonna get people coming in and out of this video. Make sure you smash that like button. Smash that like button. Show the channel some support. If you like what we got going on here on True School Sports, send a super chat. Do all that good stuff. Let me know what city, what state, what continent you're watching from. I like doing that because I like seeing just how international we can get here on YouTube. We're in West Bromwich, UK, so we'll just put it up there on the screen for you guys. Exactly where we're at. We're in my man Jasper's neck of the woods. That's where we're at, West Bromwich, UK, not too far from Birmingham. And you got was it Smethwick?
We got Smethwick on the way.
You got Smethwick. You got was it Hill, Sling Hill? Treetop Hill.
That's a little bit. That's
further away.
Yeah, that's the other way. That is. That's
okay.
Hilltop.
Hilltop. Okay.
So yeah, and so you've got Smethwick, and then you've got Bearwood as well, and you've got main Birmingham, and the part of Birmingham that we were in was Digbeth.
Yes. So shout out to Digbeth, Birmingham, Smethwick, West Brom. It's just
Oldbury.
Shout them all out. Shout them all out. Just before we move further along, I want to get to some comments because now the comments are starting to roll in here on True School Sports. We got my pops. He said, "What's going on? The two real champs of the UK. What's up, Dad?
Let's go, champ!"
And before we proceed any further, let's all just give my dad some appreciation yesterday because this guy, first of all, y'all gotta understand something. My dad is like the least tech savvy person on earth. So for him to actually go live pretty much on his own, I helped him here and there, but he went live on his own. He held it down on his own, and I had nothing but great things to say about him. So thank you, Dad, for that. Thank you. I think you were putting about 9 hours.
Yeah,
9
Pops.
hours.
Well done, Pops.
A proper shift.
Well done, Pops.
Absolutely. We got my man TM. He says, Mike Vick here. Andy Ruiz is an embarrassment. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
The thing is that Andy Ruiz, he had the biggest opportunity of his life right there in front of him. Mm-hmm. He beat Joshua. I can't say this enough about Ruiz. The first time that he fought Joshua, amazing hand speed, amazing resilience to the punches that Joshua gave. The man was a Mexican warrior. He came forward, fought Joshua, and he deserved that night, yes. But then what did he do? He went away, and some of the interviews that we've seen, quite embarrassing. Like he went out partying, gained all this weight, wasn't training enough. And this was the thing, that if he would have beat Joshua this time, if he would have won this fight, me and BT were talking about this, he would have been the next Canelo.
The cash cow of boxing, pretty much.
The first heavyweight champion of the world, and he would have been the cash cow of the division as well. So he's missed his opportunity, but you know he can definitely work his way back up. He can definitely fight. You know, there's a lot of great heavyweights out there, and he can definitely work his way up the rankings. So yeah, what do you think, BT?
Andy Ruiz, like, and I was telling you this yesterday. It's like as time has went along, I've grown to really like him. You know, I even do a little Andy Ruiz impression. You know, and we'll get into that later. But I think he's going to be someone that, you know, he even though he lost to Joshua, and people are going to say, oh well, he's irrelevant now. And I've even seen people on social media compare him to Hasim Rahman and things like that. I'm not gonna go that far. I still think Andy Ruiz will be around. He'll be a factor in the division. He'll be someone that is, you know, right now on the lower end of that top 5 best heavyweights in the world.
I disagree, but sorry, carry on.
Yeah, he's on the lower end of that top 5 best heavyweights in the world. I would expect for him, just as what I think is going to happen with his career moving forward. I don't think they're going to throw him in there Wilder straight away, and he's not getting a Joshua fight next because Joshua's got mandatory obligations to fill.
Absolutely.
So I would expect a Adam Kalnaki fight on the horizon for him. You know, a guy who's in the PBC stable, has a name. You know, a fellow fat man contender. You know, so I see that that's a good TV fight. He wins that fight. He beats an undefeated tough fighter in Kalnaki. Then it makes, you know, it gets him back. It gets him back closer to getting a world title shot, because I know he's ranked pretty highly by a lot of sanctioning bodies too.
Right. Yeah, I mean that would be a great fight. I mean, there's so many great fights out there for him. He could start off with the Juggernaut, Joe Joyce.
Oh, the big Juggernaut. I love that fight. You know, because the jury's kind of still out on Joe Joyce. Like, most people you talk to will say, well, he's not going to do anything about it because he's just too damn slow. Which, you know what, I would agree with, but you can't completely rule Joe Joyce out because of the amateur background, the amateur pedigree, and the fact that he can still improve. A lot of times with heavyweights, I know Joe Joyce is a bit older as a heavyweight because he came into boxing as a pro bit later.
Yeah.
But heavyweights generally begin to improve later on in their career, 33, 34. Sometimes a heavyweight don't hit his prime until 35.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, that's one of the fights that I think that he would be too slow for Andy Ruiz, but he does have a good punch resistance. And the other person that I would say is Daniel Dubois.
I like Daniel Dubois.
So for me, he's kind of like a young AJ.
Yeah.
And as you're rightly saying, that the styles are very, very similar. And that would show that, okay, would this young buck be able to keep up with somebody at that elite level? Because I actually think that Andy Ruiz he's in my top 4.
Top 4? Yeah. Fair enough. That's fair. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'd probably have let me see, because you got to ask yourself the question, because I know you put Andy Ruiz over Deontay Wilder.
I do.
Okay. See, me, I don't. I don't even have Anthony Joshua over Deontay Wilder right now.
Okay.
I got it. Fury 1. Wilder 2.
Yes.
You got Anthony Joshua back there, stronger number 3. I would have probably Andy Ruiz at 4.
Okay.
And then Dillian White at 5. But he's I don't think the gap between him and Andy Ruiz is that far apart. You know. The only reason it is because Anthony Ruiz beat Joshua. He's got the big win on his record.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think if you go back and you see a lot of his fights, very fast-handed, again, punch resistance, good body puncher, great clinch worker, work rate amazing. You didn't see him, even though he gained all this weight, he lasted those 12 rounds. And a lot of people, for example, Joshua being the bigger person, saying that he was the bodybuilder before, he was struggling, he was gassing at the later rounds in some of his fights. But for Andy Ruiz, cardio is an issue, hand speed is an issue, working within the clinch is an issue. And I just think that he has a lot of tools inside his butt. The only thing is, and I would, in terms of inside fighting, I would put Andy Ruiz before Joshua. Joshua, I think, would be number 2.
In the entire division?
Yeah.
As far as
yeah, I'd say entire division.
I'm not mad at it.
But my top 5 would be number 1 and number 2 would be Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua.
Okay.
So that 1 and 2,
like 1A, 1B type thing.
Yeah. And that number 2 position would be made up if one isn't, if one of them is not better than the other.
Okay.
So number 3, I would say Andy Ruiz. Number 4, I'd say Deontay, just for the fact that he's only fought, 2. I'd say not even 2. I'd say 1 viable opponent. If he fought Ortiz in his prime, yes, I could give him that. But I think as Ortiz was, deteriorating with his age, I think that's when, Deontay decided to take that fight. With Tyson Fury, again, he just had the layoff of...
they tried to handpick him, you said earlier.
Yeah. Well, Tyson Fury came out himself in an interview as well, and basically said that, that I kind of like played the weak man just so that I could get that fight. So, let me know if you guys want that link as well. I haven't included it because I wasn't sure whether I was going to talk about that. But yeah, I think that Tyson Fury actually should be the WBC champion at the moment.
Absolutely.
And Deontay Wilder, don't get me wrong, he is an amazing fighter. I don't like some of the things that he says, but great fighter. But I want these guys to really fight each other and prove who is the king, who is the number 1. Until you do that, you can't really call yourself the king of the heavyweight division.
Yeah, until then, it's all just hearsay.
Absolutely.
Let's get a couple comments before we watch the fight.
Sure.
Acknowledge everybody so they don't say, "Oh,
Sure.
you didn't acknowledge me." We got Das Perez. Shout out to him. He says AJ found some serious stamina last night.
Absolutely. I actually thought that he was weight drained, and I thought that he would be. I did feel as though he was slightly weaker. You didn't feel as though...
I didn't feel that way. No.
Yeah, I felt as though he was actually weaker yesterday. But to be fair, if you saw Andy Ruiz in the post press conference, his face was
busted up.
It was pretty swollen.
Yeah.
But he took that punishment, and it didn't bother him as well.
Absolutely. What I found most interesting with Joshua was like they refined his whole style in one fight camp.
Absolutely.
You saw this man shielding punches. You saw him making Andy Ruiz fall short by inches constantly. He was able to mix in the right hand, but not overcommit to give Ruiz a chance. So it was the happy medium of hitting him, yes, but not getting hit, which is the sweet science of boxing.
Absolutely.
And more importantly, the angles he was giving him. There'll be times where Ruiz throw a jab and Joshua would slip to his right, and then he's throwing these really short uppercuts or pot shots to the body. And I was like, wow, who is this guy? But I was telling you this because his Anthony Joshua made one adjustment to his training camp before this fight, and he hired a boxing coach and trainer, Angel Fernandez. Absolutely. And Angel Fernandez, I've never met the guy, but I know somebody he trains very well, which is Isaac Chamberlain. And Isaac Chamberlain was a guy that when he was fighting here in the UK before he came to American, guy with Jorge Rubio and Angel Fernandez.
Shout out to Isaac Chamberlain.
Shout out to Isaac Chamberlain. He fought in a certain type of way, but when I had a chance to go when we did our vlog, and I went to the gym with him and I trained, I saw him train with Jorge Rubio and just what he learned with Angel Fernandez. I said, wow, AJ, I've seen this style before because I saw Isaac kind of fighting in some of the similar ways AJ's fighting. I'm not saying that Isaac Chamberlain is as good as Anthony Joshua. You don't know. I'm not going to say he will, he won't be, but you could definitely see the influence that them having the same trainer. Well, I could see it. I mean, a lot of you guys haven't had the chance to see Isaac fight because he hasn't fought since like last September, but I was telling him that in the bar last night.
Yeah, so BT has actually... been there, done vlogs with him. Check out the videos as well.
Yep.
He's done the vlogs with Isaac Chamberlain.
Way.
And yeah, you know, he's actually seen. And have you sparred him yet? Or?
No, I haven't sparred with him yet. But maybe I'll get around to at some point. Hopefully I see him before he goes. We're supposed to see him soon. But you know, shout out to him. Getting to some more comments. Let's see. We got SSB28. He always watches. He said, yo, what up? What's up, champ? How you living?
Let's go, champ.
Smash that like button. Let me know what you think about the fight.
Yeah.
Boxing Corner says, I wish you would have engaged more. The fight was extremely dull for a title fight.
Look, at the end of the day, right, what you've got to see is the dimensions that Joshua normally fights. Normally, it's just one way, straightforward, steamroll through his opponents, which, you know, he tried. And, you know, Einstein said it the best, that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. So if he would have done the same thing, he would have got the same results. So definitely, you know, he used his height reach to his advantage. He used different tools. He refined the way that he was actually boxing to, you know, to win those belts back, which he rightly deserves, because, you know, Andy Ruiz, he worked very hard, you know, in the first fight to get those belts, and, you know, nobody's taken that away from him. But, you know, definitely, you know, we feel as though that
it's the best I ever seen in boxing.
Yeah,
best I ever seen in boxing.
Yeah.
And I think people are being a bit hypocritical, because it's the same people who came out after the first fight and said, "Oh, well, this guy, he can't box. He has no head movement. He's slow. He's predictable." Now he refined his style. He digs into his toolbox, gives you you know, pretty much a boxing masterclass against a very good fighter, Andy Ruiz, a fantastic fighter, Andy Ruiz. And now you want to say it's boring. So he can't, when he's knocking guys straight out, and he's standing there in the pocket trying to hurt you, he can't win there.
Yeah.
Then when he puts on a boxing masterclass, he can't win there. So listen, AJ, get your money and just win, man. Just get your money, champ.
So he's just shown, to me, that number one, he can knock out people, and number two, he can box as well. So, you know, Deontay Wilder, eat your heart out, and also Tyson Fury, eat your heart out, because he can box you, but he can also knock you out as well.
He's a dangerous man.
He's a dangerous man. He's got both skill sets, and he's just improving as well.
And they say you learn most about somebody or as a fighter when you put him in adversity. And there was a lot of pressure on Anthony Joshua to win that fight last night.
Absolutely.
And he turned, when it mattered the most, he turned in the best performance of his career. So I think that says a lot about the character of Anthony Joshua. I think it says a lot about him as a fighter. Maybe this is a bit. I don't think this is a knee-jerk reaction. I think we're seeing Anthony Joshua mature as a fighter.
Yeah.
Because unlike Tyson Fury, he didn't box his whole life, and you know, although he did win a gold medal in the Olympics, he wasn't afforded 25 to 30 plus fights to learn on the job like Deontay Wilder did. So this is a fighter that's maturing before our eyes, and I think boxing fans should appreciate him.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Deontay, I think, you know, he's had over, what is it, 40 fights?
He's 41 fights, yeah.
41 fights, so he's had 40 fights to learn, and he's and he's kind of like, you know, he's had one where he tried to cherry pick it, but he ended up almost getting knocked out himself.
Yeah, it didn't work.
It didn't work. It didn't work. Shout out to the Gypsy King.
Shout out to Tyson Fury. I'm moving along in the comments. Lawrence RBE says, "BT, yep, I am salty. I had a bet on Andy Ruiz that said I slew AJ for winning, but in watching the fight, I was left with no doubts that he wants no parts of Wilder. I'm not interested in a Andy Ruiz Anthony Joshua part 3. So there you have it, Jasper. See, look, before Jasper responds to that, Jasper strongly dislikes Deontay Wilder and how he handles his career. Not as a fighter, but how he handles his career. So this is somebody that has a differing view from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know Lawrence messaged me on Twitter.
Okay.
And he was trying to tell me about, did you know that Deontay Wilder worked at IHOP and he did all these things? And I'm like, yeah, I knew that, champ. I'm up.
But these are the things, like he rightly said, we had this discussion as well. These are the things that he needs to be talking about in order to engage us, not to alienate us.
I agree. Because I was telling you that story about how he became a boxer to kind of help with his daughter, and he wanted to become a journeyman, and he worked out. IHOP and all that stuff, and you didn't even know any of that. You didn't know much of that stuff.
I
and these are the things I feel like Wilder should be highlighting. He should go out of way to highlight these things more, rather than that America is racist or the UK is racist. These are the things.
I want to be pregnant.
I want to be pregnant. To this day, and I've lost my pen. I lost my pen.
And I want to turn down 120 million.
Yeah, and then Joshua needs to accept the 50 million, but we can't prove that we actually have the 50 million. But that's neither here nor there. We've hashed that enough times here on True School Sports. Moving along, my dad says, Jasper, you need to be a TSS correspondent from the UK. He says, you're hired, LOL.
Thanks, Pop.
My dad's out here running the company now.
My first mission is to come to Miami. So yeah, definitely. Thank you, Pop. Enough love. Like, from the bottom of our heart, we're happy to have Brendan over here, and it's always great to talk to you as well. So yeah, let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. TM says Hasim Rahman would have beat Andy Ruiz. So would Buster Douglas. If Ruiz can't get under 260, he had his 15 minutes of fame.
Okay, right. The 15 minutes of fame. This is the thing about some of you guys need to actually go back and you need to see the work that Andy Ruiz has put in the previous boxing matches that he's had. He's been boxing since he was 6 years old.
Facts.
Now, his hand speed, he just didn't get it overnight. He worked. He was the little fat kid. And you know what? He let his hands go. And from somebody who is from that kind of ethnic background that has a lot of heart, for me to see that from Ruiz, I mean, at any point of the AJ versus Joshua 2 fight, I did not see Andy Ruiz giving up.
No, there was no quitting Andy Ruiz. That doesn't exist.
So yeah, so for me, I think the next 2 or 3 fights, those will tell whether he is just a man that's the 15 minutes of fame or not.
Yeah.
But, and let me stop you right there. He's only had 2 fights with AJ, right? And he's made more than Deontay in his whole career.
In his entire career. So listen.
So how much was it? Like
he made, 15? I believe, about 15 million last night, and then he made 7 million the first fight.
So there you go.
Well, he's pushed about 22 million.
There you go, in 2 fights.
And he became a household name in the process of that. So that he's got potentially other opportunities outside of boxing just by.
And the very first, we can't forget that the first ever Mexican heavyweight champion. Shout out to Mexico, guys.
And they can never take it that way from him.
Nobody can do that.
Never. Lost One says, hey, Brandon, how was the pub? What did you think of the fight? You picked Ruiz, you snake. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I told him.
Yeah, man. I picked him because I was like, well, listen, this guy folded up Anthony Joshua once. He's going to do it again.
And to be fair, right, we were watching a interview. There's only 4 people.
Yeah, there's only 4 heavyweight champions that have won an immediate rematch. You had Floyd Patterson. You had what was the other one? Floyd Patterson, Lennox Lewis, and I believe the other one was Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, yeah.
Yeah.
And Anthony Joshua.
Joshua. So he's put himself in very elite company. Very, very elite company. 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. So he's a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. And Shannon Briggs is a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world.
Let's go,
champ. Let's go, champ. It's a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. Party. Let's see. What else we got? Because I bet you guys we're going to watch the fight, but I just want to acknowledge your comments. We're like 23 minutes in. Time just flying by. So I might skip some of your comments, so don't be offended if I do. But I'm gonna respond to the people that normally come on here.
No, dude. No. I can't let you do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. It might take us all night. I want you to go through every comment because every time I've ever commented, that's one of the things that really rubs me up the wrong way.
Okay, I won't. Okay.
So
see, this is why I got him here. I haven't made a homemade accountable. Sometimes I can't find the right plugs in the wall. The doors don't open the same way here. So I got Jasper here to guide me in the UK. But let's see. We got who was the last comment? SSB28, he says, Ruiz was a letdown. We found out the difference yesterday between a champion and a contender.
Yes. No. I'd say that Andy Ruiz, he fell flat on his face. I couldn't even put him in the group as a contender because of what he said afterwards. Oh, I should have trained harder. I should have done this. I should have done that. Take the loss like a man.
The way AJ did in the first
The way that AJ did. Absolutely.
Vagabond Moist Rider of the East. That's an interesting name. He said, exactly. Wilder would do all the same things to Ruiz that AJ did, and he's still a 10 times harder puncher. Now, I highly disagree with that because Deontay Wilder ain't out there shielding punches. He's not jabbing and stepping off to the side. Wilder, for as good of a puncher as he is, he needs to have you completely lined up to knock you out.
Yeah.
You've never seen Deontay Wilder knock somebody out with punching on the move.
Yeah. No, totally agree. And this is the reason why I still think that Andy Ruiz, if he gets back into the shape that he was against Joshua the first fight, that he possibly could even beat Deontay Wilder. So, getting in there, slipping, very, very great head movement from Andy Ruiz. He's able to take the punishment just in case he gets hit as well. So if he gets near Deontay Wilder's body or his head, he releases.
Could be all she wrote.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. My dad commented by saying Joshua has to fight Alexander Usyk next, or he loses one of the belts in the next 80 days. I want to ask my dad this question because my dad.
Yeah.
I know he was championing Anthony Joshua very hard, so I know he was very happy when he won last night. Okay. But I know my dad has also said that he believes that Usyk is coming for all the heavyweights. So, Dad, I want to know who the hell do you think would win between those two? Because I know you love both of them, and I'm not really sure what your opinion on that is. But yeah, drop that in the comments. As far as the matchup between Usyk and Joshua, right now Joshua's probably gonna have 2 mandatories to fulfill. The IBF will probably call mandatory, and the WBO has already called mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on which route he goes, he's either gonna fight Usyk or Kubrat Pulev. Now, I was telling you last night, I anticipate that he'll fight probably Pulev next because that's been, first of all, people forget the Pulev fight was actually supposed to happen. It was scheduled, and when he got injured, then it happened no more. So I think they're gonna knock that one out just because they want to get Pulev out the way.
Yeah,
And to be fair, like Pulev, he didn't look that good as last fight. He fought like the bootleg, the extremely bootleg Andy Ruiz and a guy named Cordell Booker, and didn't look too good.
But the thing is that he's only lost against one person,
Vladimir Klitschko.
Exactly.
True.
So
he's a solid heavyweight. He's definitely a top 15, 20-ish heavyweight.
Yeah. So he does pose a threat. Does he pose a major threat?
No,
I'm not too sure
absolutely
about
not.
that.
I'm saying that right now. No.
Okay.
He doesn't really give you a lot of angles. To beat Anthony Joshua, I think you need to be able to give him angles and hit him with punches he doesn't see.
So are we talking about the new Anthony Joshua or the old Anthony Joshua?
Either one.
Okay.
Either one.
Okay.
Pulev has that prototypical Eastern European style where he's very straight up 1-2, 1-2.
Okay.
Not many hooks, not many feints.
Right.
You watch him fight, and there's nothing really that stands out about his skill set.
Right.
You can tell though that he was a well-schooled amateur, and you could see why he was a good amateur fighter. But he's to me, he strikes as one of those guys that was a fantastic amateur that never quite transitioned into a fantastic pro. So it'd be a good fight, but something Anthony Joshua should be getting out the way.
Okay.
With no problems.
Yeah. So Usyk. Just a quick one on Usyk. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that Anthony Joshua's size and if he fights the way that he fought against Andy Ruiz last night, I think that Joshua would win.
Mm-hmm.
However, Usyk is one of the people that I think that possibly may be able to adapt and possibly may be able to dethrone. But exciting fight, unified heavyweight champion of the world versus the
undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. So it's big time stuff. I love to see that fight.
Definitely.
TM says Usyk versus AJ will be a nice chess match. I would definitely agree.
Yeah.
Just from my take on that fight, to beat and this actually applies to both Wilder and AJ. I'm gonna put this on both of them. Okay. To be either one of those guys, I really feel like you need to be the kind of fighter that can dominate in the pocket, can fight really well in the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander Usyk made a career at cruiserweight at fighting in the pocket. Now, obviously, he's untested at heavyweight. We don't know how he's gonna hold up when he gets hit on the chin.
Yeah,
but granted that he can. If we're talking skill for skill, it's gonna be hard for Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua can outbox that guy,
mm-hmm.
and when that guy's in the pocket, I might have to just call him the best heavyweight in the world. I might just have
so
to.
So you guys heard it here officially on TSS that if Anthony Joshua can
outbox Alexander Usyk
in the pocket,
I might have to call him the best heavyweight in the world because there's no way he's doing that. There's no way.
Okay.
But hey, I thought one training camp with Angel Fernandez, and seemingly this guy has turned into the 2019 British version of Larry Holmes. They call Larry the Eastern Assassin. Now they call him the Watford Assassin.
Yeah, shout out to Watford.
Shout out to Watford, man.
Yep.
Mr. Smurf 459 says, BT, were you a fan of the way AJ fought? I give him all the respect, but he was running and he needs to learn how to defend himself on the inside. If it was a more athletic fighter, AJ would get stopped. Now, listen, big shout out to Mr. Smurf 459. I love this guy. I've been talking to him about boxing for a couple years now because he's been watching my channel. So we talk on WhatsApp sometimes. Knows his stuff. I like the way he fought because in boxing you got to fight the fight that works for you. And what worked for him for the majority of his career didn't work for him on June 1st. Yeah. So he knew he couldn't approach the fight the same way. And he adjusted, and it was up to Ruiz to adjust to the adjustments, and Ruiz was able to do that. That's why you saw Ruiz in the 12th round getting upset, saying, I want you to stand toe-to-toe, be a real Mexican warrior, stand toe-to-toe. And that's not what AJ did. AJ, I thought he boxed well. He shielded punches well. He was on his toes. He changed his rhythm as far as moving around the ring really well. He mixed in the right hand when he needed to so that Ruiz didn't think he could just disrespect him and press forward and try to close that gap. So I understand that fight isn't everybody's cup of tea, but it was a cup of tea AJ needed for his career.
Yeah. One thing going back to Usyk, I would say that Usyk, Tony Bellew was the one in the first 3 rounds to show the blueprint, how to pressurize and how to keep on top of Usyk. Second thing that I'd say about the fight between AJ, somebody who's more athletic, possibly, but Andy Ruiz is the only person who got a TKO win against him. And if Joshua had the chance, I believe that he didn't quit in that fight, in the first fight. Mm-hmm. I believe that, and even the referee, if you go back to his interview, the referee actually said that if I didn't stop the fight, and then AJ would have just kept on going and going until he would have been knocked out. So, AJ, he's very, very resilient as well. And even though he was concussed by the 3rd round punch, he still kept on going.
Absolutely.
So even if he does get touched, he's got good recovery power.
That he does. Lawrence RBE says, downplaying Luis Ortiz. Let's see Dillian White fight Luis Ortiz.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm down for that. If Al Heyman would take the leash off of some of his heavyweights, I'd love to see that.
That would be an excellent fight. I think Dillian White would actually win that fight. And that's because one thing about Dillian White, if you watch him throughout his career, he actually has improved. Every single fight improved, added something. Mm-hmm. He finds a way to nullify his opponent's strengths, and that left hook, even Wilder, if he takes that left hook, I'm not sure whether he'd get up from that one.
Yeah, I mean that left hook is if it's not the most dangerous punch in the heavyweight division, it's damn sure number 2 behind Wilder's right hand. So
agreed.
I'd love to see a White versus Ortiz. Make it happen. Sign the contract.
Yeah.
Lulu, what's up, Lulu? How you doing? Lulu says, BT, how is everything by you? Are you enjoying yourself, and are you excited about your first interview? Well, to answer your first question, Lulu, yes, I am. Everything is good. Jasper's taking great care of me. I have not went to sleep on an empty stomach yet. I mean, if anything, I've probably eaten too much. Like it's been amazing, and his family's been great to me, and his friends have been great to me, and
by God's grace,
I'm here.
Yeah,
and he's protected me, so I'm happy to be here. To answer your second question, am I excited for my first interview? Yeah, I'm supposed to be interviewing Cal Yafai later this upcoming week, and I'm very excited about that because many of you may know Cal Yafai, WBC super flyweight champion. He's got a lot of close links to my favorite fighter of all time, which is Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. So to actually be able to talk to this guy after making video after video about him for so long, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to all the other interviews that will come up.
Yeah, he's also got a big rivalry with
Charlie Edwards.
Charlie Edwards as well. So, guys, let's see how that unfolds as well.
Absolutely. My main man, Jairo Galvez, he's asking me, have you met Lawrence Okolie? No, I haven't met Lawrence Okolie, but I would like to meet Lawrence Okolie. I think it'd be interesting to meet Lawrence Okolie because obviously I'm close to Isaac Chamberlain. But I'd like to talk to Lawrence, a good fighter. I would like to see Lawrence get to a place in his career where he stops excessively holding so much, and he uses that long frame, he uses that jab, he uses those skills you learn in the amateurs. Because when I see him fight, he fights like a cruiserweight, and I kind of see his roughhousing tactics. He kind of reminds me of Andre Ward in that way, where he kind of just roughhouse these guys because it's like cruiserweight's a weird division because it's one of those divisions where it's almost like two weight classes in one because you get guys who are too small for heavyweight, but they're too big for light heavyweight.
Right.
And then you get guys who are too big for light heavyweight, but they're too small for heavyweight.
So talking about weight, what weight class would you fall in? Do you think?
If I was a fighter?
Yeah.
Okay, so I walk around right now as I'm talking to you. I weigh about 132.5 pounds.
Okay.
But you don't normally fight at your walk around weight. So I'd probably be somewhere between
35?
No. I'd probably drop down and I'd probably be either a super bantamweight, which is 122, or I'd be I think it's a featherweight, which is 126. So the people in my weight class would be like Shakur Stevenson, Josh Warrington,
those
guys,
right. So I've actually felt a body shot from this guy, and it's not nice. It's not too nice.
Yeah,
it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah. We were messing around the other day, and I got him pretty good. I didn't think I hit him that hard, but apparently I did. So
yeah.
But those were my weight classes. Mr. Smurf responds to me by saying he was running, no upper body or head movement, but he won when he was counted out. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think that he ran in this fight, Anthony Joshua?
Again, we have to say that he just put on a boxing masterclass. If you believe that he ran, and then you're probably not a big fan of Floyd Mayweather or any other counter puncher that is out there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's see. Yes, BT. Are you good? AJ ran like a girl. Oh man.
Okay, guys. I've got to put out there that if you guys think that he ran like a girl, then you guys aren't big fans of Tyson Fury, who's considered by some as the Gypsy King, the number one in the division.
That's right.
So, how can you've got to look at this in a logical way, guys. Come on.
Absolutely. Neto Lay says Deontay Wilder doesn't have to speak about his hardships to garner respect. His boxing career should give him his just due respect.
Yeah, if he did have a decent boxing career, which he hasn't had, to be fair. If you've gone through 41 fights,
I'm just
guys,
on that one, man.
Well, if you've gone through 41 fights, right, and the best people that you've fought is a old Luis Ortiz and a depressed Tyson Fury, how can you say that you're the baddest man on the planet?
Yeah.
He's entitled to say it.
I can see what you're saying, but I mean, listen, I know me and you have been talking about this quite frequently. 9 title defense, or even if you don't want to put the fear, don't want to count the fear fight, 8 title defenses.
Okay,
8 title defenses.
Right.
He's knocked out 40 out of 41 people.
Right.
And I know you're gonna say he's not fought anybody, but listen, I was trying to make the point to you earlier. Guys like George Foreman, they fought journeymen, and they went and those journeymen went the full 12 rounds, and George Foreman wasn't not putting these guys out like Wilder is through 40 fights.
No, I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, right, if you're comparing Deontay and Joshua, who's got the best resume?
Oh, definitely Joshua.
If you're comparing Tyson Fury and Joshua, who's got the better resume? And even if
body of work of Joshua.
And if you're comparing Ruiz and Joshua, who's got the
Joshua? That's also Joshua.
So come on, guys. It's one of those that, okay, Andy Ruiz now can say that I defeated Joshua, right? So, that I'm a better inside fighter. And full props to him. He is a better inside fighter, 100%. I give that to him. Where somebody has their due. Don't get me wrong, Wilder, to me, possibly might be able to beat AJ. So, for me, but at the present moment, you've got to give everybody their fair shake of respect on what they've done so far until they decide to fight each other. And this is the reason why I'm so frustrated with Deontay, that for me, I feel as though he talks a lot, but he doesn't back it up.
He's not backing it up.
The first thing that Deontay said is that I will never fight Anthony Joshua.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, he was going in. He criticized Joshua's performance. He said that he got on his bike, and that he's not going to fight Anthony Joshua, and things of that nature. So he hasn't done quite enough to endear himself to the boxing masses. And I understand why people don't like him. Personally, I get criticized all the time. People think I hate the guy. Do you think I hate Deontay Wilder?
No.
They'll tell you I don't hate Deontay Wilder. As an American, listen, as I'm speaking from the American point of view, I want so badly to get behind Deontay Wilder. I'm dying.
Yeah,
I'm dying to get behind Deontay Wilder. But the problem I have with Wilder is when he starts, talking all this nonsense about, I would have fought Joshua, but he rejected the $50 million. Turns down the DAZN deal.
Yeah, 120 million on the table for you for 2 fights. For 3 fights, sorry. For the Brazil 120, so 20 million for a Brazil fight where he did amazing, and another 2 fights for Joshua. And he could have had all the belts.
Could have been in control boxing by now.
Exactly.
So, he it's a love-hate thing between me and Wilder as a fight fan. I love watching him fight. Just not a big fan of how his career is handled and managed. Yeah. But it's his prerogative. If he thinks he's gonna get more money down the line, then fair play to him. Let him bet on himself. I just hope for his sake that he continues to progress his career, because I don't want him to get beat and then all of a sudden, because I'm telling you right now, if this man gets beat before he fights Joshua, these heavyweights ain't gonna fight Wilder. They're not gonna fight him.
Well,
they're gonna give him the same.
They might,
but
they might.
He's getting like $5. He's getting 2 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, whereas though he was very hard on the negotiations with AJ on my side should give him the rough end of the stick if he's done for the reason that he's done so bad towards Joshua and his team. So yeah.
My man RKL Khan says, "Have you touched down in London yet, Brennan?" Yeah, I've been here this month. I've been here for 4 days. I got here on the 4th, around like 6:50 a.m. in the morning UK time.
Yeah.
So I've been here for like 4 days. I've been before last night. I was pretty quiet because, to be honest with you guys, I was just trying to get used to this damn time zone and this cold weather. So I just give myself some time to acclimate. And this week we're gonna get things really started with the Kalia Fai interview. Yep. Maybe some more after that. I'm not really sure what else I'm gonna have planned. I still have to hit up Spencer Ferran. I've been talking to Ty and Booth here and there, but he's been being a bit weird right now.
We've got Echo Falls, baby.
We bought a bottle of Echo Falls, you know.
And we're waiting for you, Tyan.
We're just waiting for you, Tyan. So listen, if y'all go to Tyan's channel, if y'all go to my Instagram,
we got my girl Mariah on here as well, ready.
Mariah Carey got the bag of chips with Mariah Carey on the damn bag. So yeah, man. As soon as Tyan gets as soon as Tyan responds to me, I'll definitely have that scheduled as well. So that's probably the interview I want to do the most. Really, that's what everyone wants to see is this damn Tyan Booth interview. But yeah, I'm here, and yeah, if any of you are here in the UK, you want to get up with me, you let me know. You can hit me up on Instagram, Facebook. Either one of those will do, or just email me. Either one of those three should do, and we can plan it out. We can make a video, talk boxing. You know, I'm always trying to create content. You know, keep the channel going. So I love to meet some of you guys and just chop it up with some of the boxing minds in the UK. But let's see. What I mean, there's so many comments, man. My man Kamal, shout out to Kamal. Big as far as Kamal goes, this guy has been watching my channel for a minute. Good guy. Kamal says the fight was mad. Ruiz got a stick of gum. It was mad, man. I agree. Yeah. I agree, Kamal. I agree. What else we got? Devil's Beats has a couple comments. He says, big up to True School Sports in the UK. Shout out to you, champ.
Thank you, champ.
And he said, the fast beat the strong and the smart beat both. Usyk is more real-time calculating and has a great boxer's brain. AJ needs more experience and to not rely on the corner for directions. That's pretty balanced. That's a pretty balanced statement from him.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
Yeah. I mean,
like, do you think Anthony Joshua has matured to that point where, like, okay, the trainer's gonna give him his instructions, but you know what? If he's in the fight, he can make those adjustments without the corner having to.
Not yet. And I'll tell you why. The reason why is that AJ, you know, back in the amateurs, he was boxing very well. As he became a professional, knockout streak. So he's had that knockout streak where all that he's relied on is straight down the pipe, you know, multiple punches, being super fast with that, and that's it. Now he's had his first loss. He's had to learn how to use all of his tools. Now, if he can go on and refine those tools and go ahead, he could become, you know, the next, you know, Lomachenko, heavyweight Lomachenko.
Absolutely.
He could surpass Usyk. We don't know, but, you know, we're eager to watch him. We're eager to see what his next steps are.
Absolutely. I agree. I think for Usyk, if he wants to be the best version of himself, and I'm gonna, for those of you guys who are really up in your boxing, you know who this fight I'm gonna mention is. I think the style he's gonna have to fight to be successful heavyweight, he's gonna have to kind of resemble a heavyweight that was champion in the early 2000s from America, a smaller heavyweight who moved up and had some success, beat Vitaly Klitschko.
Right.
And that's Chris Bird. I don't know if you know Chris Bird.
I am not. Just a side note as well. I'm not the biggest, boxing
aficionado. Expert. Yeah, that's fair.
But you know,
Chris Bird was a fantastic fighter.
Okay.
This guy was. He's probably the only heavyweight I've ever met in my life. When I got up to him face to face, and I didn't really feel small around him. He was a small guy.
Really?
I mean, he's about 6 feet tall, but he wasn't like big.
Right.
This guy was like the heavyweight. I guess like Floyd Mayweather. He was hard to hit him. Very hard to hit him. A guy from Michigan. He probably could have fought a cruiserweight or light heavyweight and been a dominant champion. But he wanted to be heavyweight. He wanted to go where the money was, and he went to heavyweight. He had a hell of a career for himself. He had some big fights. He fought. Best one was probably when he beat Vitaly Klitschko. He beat Vitaly Klitschko and took his off. That was his best fight. And then Vladimir went and got him 2 times. And then so he couldn't be both of them, but he came close to beating both brothers. He also had some fights with Evander Holyfield, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if he lost or won. But he fought. He had a number of fights, but the high point of his career was when he beat Vitaly Klitschko. And he was just so hard to hit. And I feel like the way he was fighting in the pocket and moving and slipping and shielding punches, Usyk could resemble that same style because they're both southpaws. Chris Bird was a southpaw as well. Right. And he could have a lot of success. And in fact, I actually interviewed Chris Bird last year. We did like a 1-hour interview, so just talking our lives away. And he actually said that when he was a heavyweight, he felt like he was just a big Lomachenko.
Okay.
Now, when you say that, Usyk has a chance to himself be a big Lomachenko.
Yeah.
So just making that
Just a side note as well. You guys probably know that Lomachenko is not undefeated.
No, he's not.
So how great is Lomachenko, and he's considered the pound for pound, best boxer in the world.
Yeah, Lomachenko. I got people classify me as a Lomachenko hater because, to be fair, I've said some messed up things about the guy. He kind of left a sour taste in my mouth when he blatantly avoided Manny Pacquiao.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you know about that, but
I mean,
I know they're different weight classes, but
yeah.
Basically, just to give you the summary, Manny Pacquiao said in 2016 that he would fight Lomachenko at 135 if the offer ever came through. Right.
Right.
Okay. About a year or so went by. Pacquiao and Lomachenko started getting talked about again. Bob Arum he's looking into making the fight, and Pacquiao maintained his head. I'd fight him at 135, right? As the year progressed and the fight came again, Radio Raheem asked Lomachenko what did he fight Pacquiao, and this is not too long after Pacquiao just lost to Jeff Warren in a controversial fight.
Oh gosh, that was.
And he said, and this guy looks into the camera, and this guy says, Pacquiao's a great fighter, but I don't want to make my name off of beating an old legend. So he's saying he can beat him in a roundabout way, but he won't fight him. But then he fought guys in his weight class who were not not anywhere near as dangerous as Manny Pacquiao would have been. That's how I saw it. So my opinion on him, my perspective of him kind of changed when he said that, because even if you didn't want to fight at 135, okay, you could have moved up though, maybe done a catch at 137 and a half or 138. Yeah. Nope, can't do that. Can't do that. So I'm not gonna make this Lomachenko live, but that's just my perspective on it.
Sure.
We've been talking for almost an hour, so we're gonna get to a couple more comments, and then eventually we're gonna start watching this fight, because we have to.
How far are we?
Oh, there's like a lot of comments. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep getting comments. I'm gonna keep commenting. People's gonna respond. So there's no way I'm gonna get through all these. This is a problem I have when I'm live. Like, I can't get to everybody's comments.
Okay.
I try to.
Okay.
I think I'm probably better at that than most channels.
Okay. Let's take a couple more.
And then we're gonna rewatch the fight you guys hear in the background, and we're gonna dissect it while we're watching it in real time.
Yeah, we're gonna be going round by round.
Round by round. Okay, so we got who else? I saw. Hold on, let me go back up. I saw a comment I wanted to address, but I don't know where the hell it's at. I think it was Anthony. I read it though. It was Anthony McKen. Where are you at, Anthony? There you go. He said, "Which town are you hoping to visit next? Well, right now we're in Birmingham. The next town I'll probably visit when we go out of Birmingham, I would think would probably be, a good guess would probably be London, because I know a lot of people London. But I'm hoping to visit Liverpool. I have to go to Liverpool before I leave England, because that's where Everton is. The great Everton Football Club. And shout out to Everton. They got a big win against Chelsea yesterday. He's basically wearing an Everton blue shirt. So yeah, got to go there. And obviously there's a couple of gyms in Liverpool I want to go to too as well. So yeah, Liverpool is definitely very high on the list. And I'll make this the last comment, because straight up, I want to watch this fight. Okay, Enter Zone says, "Do you see a trilogy for Ruiz versus Joshua?"
Not yet, not straight away. But the thing is, if Deontay. If Deontay, okay, I did it again. If Deontay and Tyson Fury decide to freeze out AJ again, and then why not? Why not?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. So, listen, we got to the comments. So, listen, if you guys are here and you're just funneling in, make sure you smash that like button. Give us your thoughts on what you made of the AJ Ruiz fight. It was a hell of a performance from AJ. Boxing masterclass from the big drug dealer from Watford. Anthony Joshua. But we're actually gonna rewatch the fight, and we're gonna dissect it in real time. So Jasper, do us a favor, put that fight on, and you guys can drop your comments down below. Make sure you super chat too if you like what we got going on here. Super chat too, support the channel. All right, so we're watching Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz, the Clash of the Dunes. Saudi Arabia.
Let's go, champ.
Yeah.
Two time.
They did a good job hosting, from what I heard, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
And that was like a big issue. You know, a point of concern for people.
Yes.
You know, with Saudi being so radical.
I mean, they have their customs.
Yeah. I want to ask you about this ring walk. So look, just from the ring walk, like, when we went to the bar, we saw Anthony Joshua with the ring walk, and you could just tell something was different about the man.
Solid.
Like, he had that look.
Yeah.
Like I look at that guy, and if I don't know anything about boxing, that guy right there looks like someone who's not to be messed with.
Definitely. Iron cold look.
Iron cold. Like, he looks like someone that's walking around with the kind of swagger that says, you know what, I'm going to become legendary tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to win this heavyweight rematch. I'm going to stick my flag in the ground and take a massive step towards reclaiming my rightful place in the heavyweight division.
Absolutely.
Joshua in the unfamiliar position of walking first after his first professional loss. His legacy absolutely on the line here tonight.
Man, he looks so zoned in.
Yeah.
Mouthpiece, and he just looks so zoned in. It's just a complete difference from his ring walk of Madison Square Garden, where you could tell something was definitely off.
Some say he was concussed in the
You know, they say pressure makes diamonds. You know, Anthony Joshua had all the pressure on him in the world to perform, and
pressure makes diamonds.
And you can see how just in his ring walk that he's behaving like a champion, and that's the most important thing about boxing. Not throwing punches, not having a lot of power, but behaving like a champion before, during, and after the fight.
Yo, look at this light show.
I didn't realize how good the presentation was.
I mean,
I didn't realize how good the presentation was.
You want to get a few in?
No, there's not many comments right now coming in. Yeah, so we're here right now, True School Sports. This is the official rewatch of Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. We're rewatching the fight right now. We just started on, and here's Anthony Joshua, man, just styling and profiling. He's got a little shoulder thing going on.
TSS takeover is now in effect.
The TSS UK takeover has commenced. It's gonna really commence this coming week.
Eddie Hearn, you, Ruiz, and Joshua ran over duck dust. We're coming for you guys.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Anthony Joshua's had some pretty iconic ring walks, but I mean that one right there.
Why do they do that?
I think boxers do that to loosen up their shoulders. I honestly, that's a great question. I don't know why boxers do that.
So I was just asking the way that they put their head through.
When they first enter the ring, you guys might know sometimes boxers will go like this before they go in the ring. If you can answer that question, that'd be great, because I don't know. But yeah, Anthony Joshua, his ring walk, his body language, it just oozed that of somebody who believed he could become champion again. And you see him in the ring with Robert Kraken, a guy that, a lot of us wanted him to can,
Not me. I think that they did the
right thing.
The right thing.
They did the most noble thing they did.
No, because you build on what you've got.
Yeah. Let's see Andy Ruiz ring walk, because I honestly don't remember his ring walk too much, because the Brits and the bar were just going absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So Andy Ruiz has a kind of wardrobe that resembles my coat that I brought to the UK.
Praying to God.
He's praying to God. Still gotta ask him which one he's talking about.
Yeah, that's because of all the extra curricular activities he was getting up to.
Yeah, man. If he never rebounds from this, he's gonna be known as the Mexican Buster Douglas.
Okay.
If he never ever comes close to winning a title again, he's gonna be known as the Mexican Buster Douglas.
That's bad.
It's funny. I made a video titled "Andy Ruiz, the next Buster Douglas." Everybody's like, "You hate him. You hate Mexican fighters. You hate this guy." Like, no.
But we don't like Canelo.
I don't like Canelo. No,
I don't like Canelo either. Sorry, Canelo.
He was there though. He was ringside. He was supporting his countrymen.
I used to like the guy.
But yeah, you guys drop your comments down below, man. Drop your comments down below.
The salsa music.
Smash that like button, super chat, do all that good stuff. Let me know what city, what state, what continent you're currently watching this from right now. It is currently 7:02 p.m. in America, which means what would be what here?
We are
7:02. So we'll be what, midnight?
Yeah, we're almost done.
Yeah, we're like at midnight here in the UK. So I'm kind of thrown off because Andy Ruiz is Mexican, and that's like Puerto Rican music he's walking out to.
Is he?
Yeah, that's like Puerto Rican salsa music he's walking out to.
So yeah, he was I think AJ was dancing around to the salsa music.
He probably, he did for the 12 rounds.
So that's Andy Ruiz's fault. Sorry, your ring work music made him dance, bro.
You hear this guy Brian Kenny? Conspicuous consumption of food and medicinal lifestyle. And man was living life. No heavyweight has ever partied after winning a fight harder than Andy Ruiz. Anthony Joshua's trunk on the back of it, on the top of it. Did it say God first? It says God first.
Yeah.
On the top of his trunk.
Yeah.
See, you don't pick these things. You don't pick up on these things when you're in the bar.
No, you don't.
You don't pick up on these things when you're in the bar.
It's just a chanting and
Anthony Joshua. They were just going in. I joined them. My man Ruiz, shout out to Ruiz. He was like, "Yeah, man, you need a chat. You need a chat, man." But he's totally the legit franchise champion. Why would you dislike Canelo Alvarez?
I just think that you could see when he started taking steroids, and also that nobody can get a fair shake against him. I thought that Triple G won the first and second fight against him,
and he keeps blatantly ducking it and degrading Demetrius Bouba like he's nothing. Like the guy doesn't hold the world title belt. Like the guy's not one of the best American amateurs of the last 30 years. Like the guy's not undefeated. Like he's not a stylistic nightmare for him.
So we've become what the LDBC and Boxing Voices come, which is they're the AJ haters and we're the Canelo haters, guys. God save the Queen.
Yo, one thing I like about God Save the Queen, the national anthem of England, is that it's such a short national anthem, but it's so potent. It's so potent.
Come on, dude, show the respect, man. Would be
God
Save the Queen.
I'm like Andy Ruiz. I'm not gonna show respect. God save. I want to point something out to you guys. God bless the UK. God bless the Queen. I want to point something out. Now, Andy Ruiz Jr. is a Mexican American. But I noticed right here during the national anthems that Andy Ruiz did not really have his hand on his heart during the American national anthem, and he was not as attentive during the American national anthem as he was during
the
Mexican national anthem. And this boy grew up in freaking California. Someone said in the comments earlier, I hate how this guy's acting like he grew up in poverty in Mexico. This guy grew up in freaking California.
Oh dear. Yeah, Ruiz is just shadow boxing.
He's just shadow boxing. Like he just shadow boxing during this beautiful national anthem, the Stars and Stripes. Don't disrespect the Stars and Stripes like that,
guys. Come on. Even I've actually been over to the United States, and even I would show that respect to them. Like he hasn't even like Robot. More than halfway through the national anthem, the American anthem, and it's pretty long. It's even Bruce
Michael Buffer.
Michael Buffer.
Yeah.
Who's Bruce?
Bruce is his brother who does UFC.
Oh right, okay.
It's time. He did okay. So the whole American national anthem, Andy Ruiz did not put his hand in his heart. He did acknowledge it. He wasn't that attentive, right?
Yeah, that's just disrespectful.
That's absolutely disrespectful. So. Now watch. The Mexican national anthem, which is extremely long. So wait, what about?
Come on, Mexican.
I love the women and I love the food. So
there you go.
there's Canelo.
He's singing along. He hasn't even got his hand
He
on his
doesn't got his hand on his heart. Canelo. I need to. And there you go, Andy Ruiz. Look, now you can see his pupils are all wide open. He's focused. He's attentive to the next Mexican national anthem. He's got his hand over his heart. Like, I don't know. That really bothers me. Like, that bothers me. How?
Yeah, I totally agree.
That actually bothers me.
Very, very disrespectful.
You're an American, bro. I understand your heritage in Mexico. Be proud of your heritage, but just own it. No problems. Embrace Mexico, but also embrace America. You're from America. And that's a problem that a lot of people in America are having these days. I don't know why, but it is what it is. My dad said that Canelo's a fraud. I will never compare him with the other Mexican greats. Ruiz's song, Walking Into the Ring, is Puerto Rican singer Mark Anthony, so I was right. Yeah.
Who? What?
Mark Anthony. He came out to a Mark Anthony song.
Oh, okay.
J-Lo's ex.
Yeah. Shout out Mark Anthony.
So it looks like there was a good amount of Mexicans there. All right, so that's our take on the ring walk. So now Michael Buffer's gonna introduce them. Shout out to Michael Buffer, legend.
Yeah,
about to make another million for saying let's get ready to rumble. Make sure you guys smash that like button.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. We got Jasper Rand here. We're pointing to you live and direct from West Bromwich, UK. If you don't know where it is, you got Google on your computer. I find it funny though how I know it's the culture on the inside of everybody. Everybody's got the whole the turbans, head covers. I find it even funny when they have the guys with the suits. The suits they got a suit on, but the head cover. Throwing me off a bit. One SS asked a great question. He says, "Why is Isaac Chamberlain not with Eddie Hearn anymore at True School Sport?" That's a great question. I never asked him that question for myself as to why he's not with Eddie Hearn, and he's never told me either. So that's probably a good question to ask him whenever I interview him again. Yeah, I do know though with Isaac, he's very close with Deontay Wilder, like extremely close with Deontay Wilder. So that's why I think that played a role. His relationship with Wilder.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
And Neto Lay says because the only heavyweight champion representing America is Wilder. I mean, I guess, but to be honest with you, man, Wilder's not really given a true, in my opinion, this is me, he's not really given a true representation of what it means to be an American, because an American is loving to all, and an American isn't going to isolate himself from parts of the population. When you got Wilder talking about America is racist, the UK is racist, 400 years, and we're still fighting to this day.
To this day,
that might be true. Okay, he's within his rights to acknowledge that, but he needs to depict the great things about America, the diversity.
I've got to interrupt there though, bro. With that stuff, I disagree because it's how he feels.
That's how he feels. Okay, it's his perspective, so I can't tell him how to feel. I can't tell him how to feel.
But I'm just also, definitely, I agree with you with what you're saying that he should depict the great things as well. Big up Birmingham, Craig Smith.
Can I smash the like button like it was my ex-girlfriend? Next. Like it was my girlfriend? Yeah, do that, man.
Do it, man.
Smash like it was your girlfriend.
Yeah. Who are these dudes?
I'm just a kid from Dania.
I'm just a kid from West Bromwich.
That's it. It's his true American, bro. I don't know. I disagree with you, but hey, to each his own.
One defeat. Now it's two. two-time defeat.
All right, so for those of you who are just tuning in and don't know what's going on, me and my man Jasper Ram, we're here in West Bromwich, UK, and we're rewatching. Oh, yeah, you know what? Let's change it.
The Destroyer.
Bam. That's where we're at right now. We are in West Bromwich, UK, and we are rewatching the Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz fight. It was a great performance from Anthony Joshua. So
I think you got one that says Anthony Joshua versus.
yeah, go on. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Bam. Oh, it's not on. I clicked the wrong thing. There you go. So there you go. We're watching the fight. Round 1 was a hell of a performance. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that like button, all that good stuff. We got some great things coming up here in the UK. You don't even know. So many things going on. Feel free to comment as we give our take on what's going on. Shout out to Fighting Mad, the Pound Kings of Boxing Apparel. Go visit Fighting Mad. Get you a shirt, hoodie, sweatshirt, and that'll help with content creation here on the channel. Now we're here round 1 of Ruiz versus Joshua. Joshua in the black or white trunks with the pink trim. Ruiz in the gold trunks. So you see Anthony Joshua here, and he's one thing that's very noticeable already just in the first round is his knees. His knees are a lot more bended. Anthony Joshua came into this fight at 237 pounds. Ruiz was weighing a career high 283 pounds. So I'm just saying, man.
That's that flurry movement, not letting his.
Yeah, one thing that he did very well is when he kept Andy Ruiz at range, he would turn him in between Ruiz punches, and he was able to keep his right hand up as well as his left hand up, so that when
using his elbows
to block the punches, using his right hand to shield the punches, changing levels, giving him feints, just trying to get Andy Ruiz to show his hand and open up punching angles for himself.
Showing him so many different dimensions to his game.
He was already in tremendous physical condition. He needs to box. Right hand blocked by Joshua. Ruiz coming in, still filled with.
Someone said they want to see Deontay Wilder get knocked out just because he's an idiot.
I totally agree. I totally agree.
He looked like a CrossFit champion, focused more on the boxing. Joshua told me that boxing has shaped a lot of that weight off.
Nice.
Good right hand there from Joshua, and that was the first of many right hands that ended in this fight. And that was very key because you can have a great jab, but if you don't throw the right hand and get the respect of Andy Ruiz, then he's gonna press forward, he's gonna close that gap, and you're gonna see the best hand speed in the division on full display.
Absolutely, totally agree.
Look at the constant changing in direction for Anthony Joshua, using the ring.
Back, forward, great jab. Ruiz is shaking his head. His head's getting bashed back.
So yeah,
Body shot.
Like Sergio Moore saying, he's using a lot of foot feints. He might feint with his shoulders and then jab off of it.
Right hand. He's cut.
Yeah,
Ruiz is cut.
And this is a key point in the fight. Just the fact that he was able to cut Andy Ruiz in the first round.
Yeah, absolutely.
With a right hand. With a right hand.
We've got Henry Brown super chat.
Yeah, Henry Brown. Hey, shout out to my main man Henry Brown.
Let's go, chat.
This video is sponsored by Henry Brown. He said, I don't care what BT say. If Ruiz drops you 4 times, you have to get back. You have to get back up and knock him out. Bottom line, straight raw. Dipset, Santana. Santana. Shout out to Joel Santana. But I see what you're saying. Like, you'd want to go out there and get back what's yours. But look, it's about winning. It doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it. I've criticized Andre Ward for how he wins. people want to crown pound king. I can't stand it. I think he's the most overrated fighter of his generation.
I disagree with him.
Yeah.
I disagree with
I think he's incredibly overrated, but he did what he had to do. Anthony Joshua did what he had to do. Henry Brown says Joshua needs to fight, and again, thank you, Henry, for the super chat. Says Joshua needs to fight Pulev and then Usyk next.
Yeah,
and I think that's the route he's gonna go. I think he's gonna go fight those guys next.
I think he's on the way to cement himself as a legend, and he's doing the right things, and that is one of the right things to do as well.
Fulfill his mandatory obligations, because
No, not his mandatory obligations. To become a legend in the sport, to fight somebody, right, that is technically superior is considered technically superior to you, take up that challenge and actually beat him. So yeah,
Andy Ruiz did a hell of a job double jabbing his way inside Anthony Joshua right there, but it seemed like he was just lacking that so much of that in this fight. And I'm looking at his gut right now, and I know he's always been a fat guy, but man.
His post-fight interview, he was saying his dad actually came out.
Look at that.
Wow!
I didn't even realize he cut him open again like that in the second round.
Wow, he's working on that cut. AJ is.
Yeah, a less durable heavyweight would have got folded up by AJ in this
definitely.
fight. I'm sorry, guys. You guys can hate on AJ for how he fought, but I think we need to give credit for Ruiz for his durability.
Yeah,
some of these right hands that AJ's landing in the early stage of this fight, they would knock down a lot of heavyweights. They would do some serious, or at least buzz them to the point where they're hurt and they don't know where they're at.
Guys, you gotta watch the damage that he's doing to Ruiz's eyes. Sorry.
Harold Galvez asked a very interesting question here. He says, if Isaac Chamberlain told you, BT, I want to be a heavyweight, what food would you feed him to make him a heavyweight? Listen.
What did you say? Which food? Food. Yeah. Okay.
Oh. What food would you feed him? Yeah. What food would you feed him to make him heavyweight?
Okay.
First of all, if Isaac Chamberlain told me he was going to be a heavyweight, I would tell him.
Did you see that? He hit him in the clench, right? Hit him in the back of the head. He went like this, and then Anthony Joshua carried on, which is what normally. This is what I mean.
Yo, AJ was cut too.
Yeah, he was cut here.
I didn't realize he was cut too
on the side, but a little bit.
Blood has been drawn for both fighters here. It's only round 2, final 30 seconds, but you see a skinny, fluid
Anthony Joshua just doing a hell of a job of using his legs, using the ring. That's ring generalship. For those of you guys who hear these terms like ring generalship and you don't know what the hell that means, you saw it in this fight. Anthony Joshua's using the ring. He's using his left hand to shield punches and keep Ruiz at bay, and then allow himself to throw jabs of his own.
Joshua's cut is a dripping cut, but Ruiz's is. So he's.
Right, so through 2 rounds, Anthony Joshua has firmly established in this fight so far, I can hurt you, Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
And my jab is not the same jab you saw in the first fight.
Yeah.
So the fact that he established these two things really early on in this fight, I think it helped him plant that mental seed in Andy Ruiz's head.
Yeah,
that, hey, this is a different fight.
Getting back to this guy's question. Jairo
Galvez.
Yeah, Jairo Galvez.
I'm gonna get to you in a minute, Henry Brown.
Yeah,
but I really want to get to the Isaac Chamberlain question. Isaac, if Isaac told me he was gonna be heavyweight, I would tell him why. What the hell are you doing?
No.
Don't do that.
Saying what food shall we feed him?
I know.
I would say for me,
your mom's cooking.
So high protein, high carbs. Mutton would be the first thing. There's a lot of fats in that, so you're bulking up.
Yeah.
But you get a little bit of a gut as well, so you got to put that extra work in, champ.
Yeah.
So it's the variety of foods that you eat. You can't be scared of having fats in your food.
Yeah.
So you've got to have everything. You got to have like a balanced diet, they say, but even the things that are fattening, a lot of eggs is good as well.
Yo, this video is sponsored by Henry Brown. Henry Brown is taking over the damn thing.
Okay, let's go, Henry Brown.
He says, I got Holyfield for majority decision or UD on points. Hold on. Let me go up.
See the there from CompuBox. Joshua outlanding Ruiz 19-8.
I got Holyfield on majority decision or UD on points come New Year's Eve. Then babyface brawler to unify the division. You see what happened to Gerald Washington. Okay, so I'm a bit confused as to the first part statement because Holyfield's retired.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's fighting unless you're talking about his son Eliezer. Shout out to him. I know he's fighting. At your second question, I know. Listen, this guy Henry Brown. Henry Brown loves Adam Kalinowski.
Okay.
And he's saying that Adam Kalinowski will unify the division. You see what he did to Gerald Washington? It's like a thing he trolls. He trolls me all the time.
I did. You know what, right? He's got to prove himself, but he's got the potential.
Correct.
So he's proved himself as a excellent fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has to prove himself as an elite fighter, and that kind of like includes Deontay as well. He's proved himself as somewhat of an elite fighter, but he has to he has to prove himself as a top elite king of the heavyweight, and the way to do that is not to duck people, is to fight them.
Okay, going to Henry Brown's second super chat right here. Joshua fought like Tyson Fury would to be fair, so congrats. He fought and Dave Caldwell said if this was Tyson Fury fighting this fight, most people would have universally would have called it a masterclass. Because of Joshua, he's not going to get the same sort of acclaim or recognition for his performance.
Absolutely, shout out Henry Brown. You've hit the nail on the head. This is what we've been saying all throughout this live that we've got. That Anthony Joshua has been fighting on the outside, has been compared
oh my God, hold on. I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay.
That combination he used to, so the third round, Anthony Joshua threw a combination. He went jab, right hand, he dipped to his left, threw a hook.
No. Okay, go on.
Threw a body shot,
yeah,
and then stepped to the outside of Andy Ruiz. Beautiful stuff. And these are the kind of subtleties. These are the kind of things that we didn't just see in the first Ruiz fight. We barely saw him when he was champion.
Exactly.
We barely saw him when he was champion.
Absolutely. But all he had to do this to defeat Charles Martin was this.
Yeah.
And he's just like.
So one SS says Isaac Chamberlain versus Michael Hunter. Heavyweight Isaac Chamberlain versus Michael. I'm biased. I'm going with my man Isaac Chamberlain. Let's go, champ. But no, honestly, as far as in a cruiserweight,
Isaac Chambers isn't ready yet.
He's not ready for heavyweight.
He's not ready. No. He's not ready for that level of opponent.
No.
He's not ready for that. He could be potential. He's got good potential.
I mean, he's a fantastic. The thing people forget about Isaac Chamberlain is he didn't have a big amateur background. This guy only had 9 amateur fights. He had 9 amateur fights. And for him to come as far as he has already, he's been.
What's on your condom to his hair?
Oh, you didn't see that? That was he posted on Instagram. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He asked people too, like, what do you think about my hairstyle? And everybody's like, it's not the one. No, Isaac is good. He's got very good attributes. Very athletic. Good body puncher. When he lets his hands go with those fantastic combinations. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. He hasn't fought in a while, and I understand the stigma. The last memory they have in their head is, Lawrence Coley throwing him around the ring, and Luke Watkins beating a domestic level fighter. But he's put on some size. He's bulked up, so I think when he fights these bigger cruiserweights, he'll be able to withstand and be able to handle the strength a bit more. And Jorge Rubio and Angel Fernandez have just refined his whole style. He's the way AJ turned it around in one fight. Expect Isaac Chamberlain to turn him around in a similar fashion.
Okay, let's see what his next fight is. Have we got any insight of who he may be facing? Or
when he's fighting?
Yeah, or have we got the inside track on?
Exclusive? Every time I talk to Isaac, it changes. So when we first got in contact, he was actually supposed to fight on November 23rd, and him and Deontay Wilder had discussions about him fighting on the Wilder Ortiz undercard.
Right.
That fell through.
Okay.
And now I've heard in articles I've read that he might be fighting in January or February, but nothing from Isaac himself. So if it's not from Isaac himself, I'm not going to really look too much into it. But his trainer did tell me something. His trainer told me something interesting. His trainer laid out his plan to me, what he want to do.
Okay.
So I know exactly.
So are we gonna give it exclusive on TSS or?
So his trainer Jorge Rubio, right? Jorge Rubio was a trainer of Amir Khan early in his career, and he's trained a bunch of other Brigham Dow, other good fighters.
Okay.
He told me because they've had one fight together.
Okay.
He told me who he wants Isaac Chamberlain to fight after his next 2 fights.
Okay. So is this opinion or is this the blueprint?
No. He has somebody in the cruiserweight division.
Okay.
That when Isaac is ready, he wants to step up and he thinks he can beat him. And you know what? I agree. I actually agree with him.
So exclusive?
Yeah, I'll drop it. So Jorge Rubio told me that the trainer of Isaac Chamberlain. He told me that in 3 fights from now, he wants Isaac Chamberlain to step up and fight Unier Dorticos.
Okay, we've got a number.
Oh wow!
Another super chat.
Yeah.
So Henry Brown, shout out. Holyfield confirmed to fight exhibition in Japan this New Year's Eve, and the babyface brawler is ranked. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I heard about that. I think I made a video about it. Henry Brown, and thank you for the super chat again.
Yeah.
Henry, please. I'll get to Henry, man. Henry too generous. Is he fighting Riddick Bowe in the exhibition? Is it the one I'm thinking about? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah.
And
it's somebody he's actually interviewed both of these guys.
I'm not as close to Holyfield as I am to Bowe. Bowe, I would really consider one of my friends. Like me and Bowe have really gone out and eaten together.
Yeah.
We've spent whole days together.
Awesome.
We trained together. I've exercised with him. Like, I love Riddick Bowe. If they're gonna fight in the exhibition, good for them because I know they both. It would benefit them both greatly to get a payday. So you've got fair play to them. I love both of those guys. Babyface Brawler is ranked number 1. He is next to fight any top 10. Yeah, Adam Konaki's gonna step up soon.
I mean, he deserves. He's been working through his rankings, so he deserves that shot. Definitely. So,
going to Henry Bond's second super chat, and I know we're getting kind of out of track of what Joshua is doing right now, but going to Henry Bond's second super chat, he says Dubois is a threat. We'll see how he does this month, and hopefully I get to see how he does. I put in the credential request for that. So hopefully I'm there.
Yeah. Hopefully both of us are there.
Yeah, both of us. Absolutely. I put your name on the list as well. Right? But somebody else asked me a question about Isaac Chamberlain. Somebody said, "What advice would you give to Isaac if he went to heavyweight to make money?" What I would tell Isaac is, Isaac. To be fair, guys, Isaac already has money. He got money. He's good. He's doing good for himself. But I would just say take it slow, man. Like no need to rush. No need to rush. Like no need to rush.
You have to make the right moves.
You're not Joshua. You're not Wilder. You be Isaac Chamberlain. You take your gradual style fights. I would say you fight guys like Trevor Bryan, Michael Hunter, Emmanuel Charf. You got
no. I think that's too early for him right now. But
not now. I'm saying if he started, it's a year from now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want him to move to heavyweight. I think Isaac Chamberlain is still a fighter that could actually become world champion at cruiserweight when he puts it all together. And people think that's crazy because
and then we could get the proper
rematch
between
him and Coley. Because to be fair, I think it was way too late for both of them.
Yes.
Neither one had 10 fights. That's why the fight was so horrible to watch. It was an eyesore.
Absolutely. Shout out to Dillian White versus Anthony Joshua 2 as well.
Yeah. One asked, how good is Lawrence Coley? He is collecting all the European belts. Well, he's clearly shown so far in his career to be right now. Right now the cruiserweight scene in the UK is very, very good. I mean, you guys got a lot of good cruiserweights. I mean, you're probably not familiar with all of them, but you got Isaac Chamberlain.
Yeah.
You got Lawrence Coley. You got Chris Billum-Smith, who I like. I don't know who he is. That's pretty good. Chris Billum-Smith. You got a couple other guys whose name is in my mind right now. So he's conquered that, but I really think with him, the issue with him is that, and I think he'll probably win a world title, but the thing, it doesn't matter if he wins a world title right now. I think with him, he's gonna run into somebody one day that's gonna be physically strong and be able to handle him physically. And when that day arrives, I'm looking very forward to seeing how he uses his range, how he uses his height, how he uses his right hand, because he hasn't run into that fighter yet. Isaac Chamberlain wasn't that guy when he fought him. Neither were any of the other guys he fought. Wadi Camacho wasn't that guy. So When somebody can handle the physical strength of Lawrence Okoli, that's when we're going to find out how good he is. Right now, he's getting by on the fact that he's got a solid boxing ability in professional ranks, but he hasn't met a fighter that can physically handle him.
Maybe Tony Bellew should come back and retire.
Yeah,
just for that fight,
straighten him out. Man United are oh, here we go. Harry Brown again with the super chat. I don't think Bo is fighting Holyfield in Japan, and tell Bo to stop running for Lennox Hills. LOL. It's outright shameful. Had to troll you today. Yeah. Shout out to you, Henry. Always trolling me. He always gets me going with that because that's a good way to get me going. Talk bad about Riddick, Bo. Talk bad about Roman Gonzalez. You get me going every time. Every time that fails. But either way, I think it's good for Holyfield. You know, Holyfield, he's in great shape. Like I've never trained side by side with Holyfield, but I've been in the gym. Like there's been days like I've gone to the gym and I've trained, and like he'll come in like 30 minutes later, and I'll sit down and I'll watch him. This guy is in top shape. I mean, top shape. Like I think he could still fight if he wanted to.
I mean, yeah.
He'll be humble and tell you he couldn't, but I think he could. Yeah, so right now we're around 6 of Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz Jr. We're rewatching it, and right now, like in this round, Anthony Joshua using the ring. You see him right there. Ruiz is pressing forward, trying to close that gap, and you see Anthony Joshua just do what they show you in the boxing gym when you first pick up a pair of boxing gloves. Circles them and get back to the middle of the ring. Use those legs.
Yeah, absolutely.
The titles are his again. I didn't think that Joshua could do this.
Look at that. Look at the angle again right there. Touches him and then turns off to the right. Gets back to the center of the ring. This a lot of you guys who say he ran and he sucked and he ran like a girl. I don't think you guys are really paying attention to the subtleties of boxing. And you're not really and if you know about the subtleties of boxing, you're not really an appreciator of the subtleties of boxing. Bending at the waist, you know, jabbing straight, he's using an up jab. The things that I asked him that I wanted to see him do and that I was hoping he'd learn how to do at some point, he did in this fight. Doing an up jab, bending at the waist. You know, beautiful stuff.
So one question that I did want to ask BT as well is that so the way that the famous way that what's his name Muhammad Ali did the rope-a-dope against.
Oh my gosh! Left hook, and they just do this left hook. Caught Andy Ruiz caught on the inside, and then he tied him up and leaned on him and let him know, yeah, man,
of course, I'm here. Yeah. So the rope-a-dope style that Muhammad Ali had. I mean, this is it. The bigger, stronger guy. The way that you wear him out is to work around them, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So would people start saying that Muhammad Ali isn't the greatest boxer of all time?
No, you never hear that. I mean, like, look, I know a guy on YouTube. He made a video saying that Muhammad Ali was overrated and gave his opinion as to why. And it was actually an educated opinion. I actually learned a little bit about Muhammad Ali from that video.
Is he allowed to do that?
Ruiz.
Yeah. So
no, but the referees aren't warning him either. Muhammad Ali had fights where he looked like he got gifts and didn't look so good. Like before, people always talk about, oh, Sonny Liston. Oh, he beat Sonny Liston. The fight right before Sonny Liston, he fought a tough mid-level contender named Doug Jones.
Okay.
And he looked horrible against Doug Jones. He won, but he won by the hairs of his chinny chin chin. And you don't hear anybody saying, "Oh, well, Muhammad Ali, he did bad against Doug Jones, and he's a bum." And see, like
with that left hook,
yeah, they got the whole family in Mexico or California. Yeah, California, where he's from. Andy Ruiz, though, like even though he didn't like perform that as well as we would have hoped in this fight, his timing was still there. Like
yes,
the thing that made him, the timing was still there. He was still dangerous. He was still putting some intelligent pressure on Anthony Joshua.
Absolutely.
He just didn't adjust to the adjustments.
Yeah.
Here we go.
AJ kept him thinking. What is he gonna do next?
I would liken how AJ approaches fights a pitcher in baseball. You know, baseball, like, you know, you don't want to throw a fastball or a ball that's straight all the time. You want to change the speed of the ball so that the hitters can't see the pitch.
And eventually, the more you're able to do that, the more you keep the hitters off balance. Eventually, if you keep going the same straight fastball, he's gonna hit it out the park. You know?
Yeah.
But this time, Anthony Joshua was able to keep him guessing, and you see him right here. Like, look, he's circling to his left, taking center of the ring. You know, you constantly that left hand, he's probing with it. He's making Ruiz expend energy. He's making him fall short.
Ruiz is giving good body shots, so we're on round 7.
But he's not able. The thing is, he's getting the odd body shot here and there. But you notice he's not able to cut the gap. He's not able to close the gap because of Anthony Joshua's footwork. His the way he's able to probe the left hand, to shield with the right hand, to step off to the right when he throws the right hand after he lands. You know, these are the subtleties that made Anthony Joshua such a fantastic fighter in this fight. You know,
guys, if you guys aren't okay,
Henry Brown says, shout out to the coach gang. I'm off to making music. Say shout out to Henry Brown. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams, my man.
Greg Adams.
Thank you, Henry. The super chat.
Yep, thank you.
So is Isaac Chamberlain with PBC now? I want to see him fight with American fighters. Does he contact Al Heyman or Al Heyman contact him? Because no one has seen Al Heyman. Well,
we were talking about this actually.
I asked Isaac in an interview, and if you go back and watch my the first episode of the Chamberlain Wave vlog that I dropped on the channel, you guys can check it out if you haven't done so already. You know, I asked him, look, is Al Heyman real? Have you talked to him? And his answer was, I haven't talked to Al Heyman. I've only talked to his assistant Sylvia. So he has signed a formal agreement with PBC. I've seen the contract on Instagram. And I believe he will be fighting American fighters. So for those of you who want to see fight American fighters, I think you're going to see that. And you know, to be fair, to be honest with you, I want to see fight American fighters too.
Yeah, that would be great for his profile.
Mm-hmm. Even the greatest fighters have stinkers. Holyfield did a few times in filler fights against French contenders, and nobody contests him being an all-time great. You're damn right. I mean, Holyfield had some horrible fights. I mean, when he fought, I'm drawing a blank right now, but especially towards the end of his career, he had some horrible fights.
Guys, if you think that Anthony Joshua was running around the ring and he didn't win this fight, please go on YouTube and check out some of the instructional videos on what boxing is all about. So they'll tell you the first thing that they teach you is that you're supposed to hit and not get hit.
He stuck his tongue on Andy Ruiz. So you were telling me last night about these subtle things Anthony Joshua does to piss off his opponents.
Yeah, he does.
So when they were in the clinch, Anthony Joshua was probing with his left hand, and the referee was in between, and he's like this. He stuck his tongue out. So
yeah, he does it to all his opponents, so that he can. People do trash talk outside of the ring. AJ does it in the ring.
Left hook from Anthony Joshua. He was so focused, like just switch the hell on this fight.
Yeah,
just completely switched on.
Absolutely.
Bang. And look, that probably won't get talked about enough. Like they're in a clinch.
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz. And Anthony Joshua is able to land a hard right hand in the clinch.
And I'll tell you what, in the first fight, AJ showed no body work.
Very little
body work that AJ showed. And he's shown so many things in this fight. Very impressed with him.
Holmes is a top 3 heavyweight of all time, in my opinion, and he had a big scare against freaking Ronaldo Snipes, and he also had a scare against Tim Witherspoon, as my man Michael said. And you're right, absolutely. And as you guys know, if you guys know anything about me, I'm a massive Larry Holmes fan. Probably my second favorite heavyweight behind Riddick Bowe. Love Larry Holmes to death. And to be honest with you guys, for those of you who have seen Larry Holmes fight, I thought Anthony Joshua kind of resembled Larry Holmes, the way he was fighting, the way he was shooting punches, the way he was moving at times in this fight. It was very reminiscent of Larry Holmes' performance against Leon Spinks, which is one of my favorite Larry Holmes performances. It looked just like it to me. And Jasper probably hasn't seen that fight, but I bet you if I put that fight in front of Jasper right now, he would say, yeah, that looks like Anthony Joshua.
Maybe it's something that if you guys want us to do, let us know, and we can do that live fight reaction as well, guys.
Yeah. Is Jaime Munguia overrated? I want to see Boo Boo Andrade destroyed him. Yeah, is that the next fight for Boo Boo?
That's his guy.
Now listen, that is my guy. Now I want to call out Matchroom Boxing, DAZN, and Eddie Hearn, because look, I am always in South Florida. I am the cash cow of South Florida boxing.
everyone in South Florida boxing knows who I am. Not to do my own, but they do. Like they do. We hardly ever get like big fights, but when we do, I like to be there for them. I just heard the day of my flight to the UK, I heard that Demetrius Boo Boo Andre is fighting in Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium during Super Bowl weekend. And I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be here. So I got a bone pick with Eddie Hearn. But to answer your question about Andrade and Munguia, I would love that fight for Andre. You know, he needs a big fight. He needs a name. You know, the thing is he's beaten some good fighters, but those fighters only have a name. And unless you're somebody like myself who's really up in the boxing, you're not going to know about a lot of the guys he's fought. But a lot of the guys that he's beat have fought guys that people know and gave him great fights. Ooh. And when in the 8th round, and this is a round where I thought Ruiz was going to bust Anthony Joshua up, fold him up. But look at the way Anthony Joshua behaving. He's saying he's shaking it off. He's like,
listen, you know what, right? If you're gonna hit me, I'm gonna hit you.
And look what
back.
he did there. After he got hurt and after he got at range, he threw 3 consecutive jabs. He went body, head, body. So changing up the angles of your jabs. These are the kind of things that'll keep a fighter like Andy Ruiz a bit more at bay.
Yeah,
because you're not gonna keep this guy fully at bay. This guy's gonna keep coming.
Oh yeah,
and he's gonna and when he gets near you, he's going to throw the fastest punches you've ever seen in your life.
Absolutely.
What's up?
His hands in.
Look at that right there. And smart strategy by AJ. He gets caught with a left hook from hell from Andy Ruiz. And what does he do? Tie him up immediately. Yeah. Or at least try to clinch him.
Absolutely.
And then he says, "Come on now." What's up, True School? Kid Stacy. He says, "What's up, True School? Did you catch the latest Tyan Booth upload? If you're speaking about the one from before the Joshua fight, yes, I saw that. If he's uploaded anything since that, I haven't seen that. But yeah, I watch all of his videos, man. That's my favorite channel right now. Tyan Booth and Boxing Social. My two favorite channels right now. Tyan Booth, Boxing Social, and Boxing Talk with Addy or Aid. I don't know how to say his name, but that British dude, I like him. Witherspoon was Tim Witherspoon was a quality fighter. Yeah, he was. That Tim Witherspoon, man, he could mix it up with the best of them. And you know, to go in there and give Larry Holmes the fight he gave him, it said a lot about the level he was on. By the way, speaking of Tyan Booth, guys, y'all talking about Tyan Booth, I want to give a massive shout out to my unofficial channel sponsor, Echo Falls. And listen, guys, in America, we don't really have Echo Falls like that. But in the UK, they had Echo Falls in bunches, so that was pretty refreshing to see. And this is the raspberry and cashews Echo Falls. So yeah, massive shout out to Echo Falls, massive shout out to Tyan Booth. Hopefully we get that interview done real soon because that's gonna be class.
We're waiting for you guys.
We're waiting for Tyan Booth to get back to us before we crack this open. So
yeah.
But yeah, we're in round 9 of Joshua versus Ruiz. You got Anthony Joshua, who's just survived probably the best onslaught of the fight from Andy Ruiz, and he's behaving like a champion. Isaac Chamberlain versus Marcos Maidana, 6 rounds. I can't believe Maidana is back. Wait, did you hear about that? Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
But Marcos Maidana has a comeback fight. He's fighting a kickboxer, a cruiserweight in boxing.
Are you serious at cruiserweight?
Yeah, because he's so fat now.
Good fight.
Good jab there from Anthony Joshua. And the one thing that I probably haven't mentioned so far about Anthony Joshua and the way he fought. See, that's just a simple touch jab, touching him.
Yeah.
Touching him.
But it's a stiff jab.
Yeah, it's a stiff jab.
It's a stiff jab. It's a hard jab. Like, you'll feel that.
Yeah, he was able to really make Andy Ruiz have to constantly reset in this fight. Good legs there from Anthony Joshua.
So will he make Tyson Fury have to reset and move as well? And Deontay Wilder?
Perhaps Wilder. Fury, that's a whole other discussion. We don't know. So how do you feel about the fact that Eddie Hearn is saying that AJ will never fight Wilder? I didn't hear him say that. When did he say that? If you could refer me to the interview where he says that I'll stop him right now, I'll watch it.
Yeah, guys, it's the other way around.
It's actually from what we were reading, it was the other way around.
Yeah, it's Wilder said that he'll never fight Joshua.
If we were to ever hang,
But I don't blame him because he was saying that he never wants to fight Klitschko as well.
And then look, Andy Ruiz still in the 9th round, proving to be dangerous, punching out the clinches. And look, I didn't recognize that he was saying come forward. Andy Ruiz actually told Anthony Joshua in the 9th round to come forward, and Joshua just bounced even more. He started bouncing even more side to side.
Yeah.
Look at that. So it got Anthony Joshua probing there, keeping that left jab in his face. And, you know, every round that went by in this fight where Anthony Joshua was able to outbox Ruiz, any moment in this fight where he was able to shield a punch, turn him, land the right hand, step off to the side, he just kept gaining more and more confidence. And I feel like, look, Tyson Fury, as good as he is, I feel like what you see with him right now, he is what he is. I think once he gets, as time goes on, he gets more rounds and his body gets accustomed to boxing, he'll get more sharper. But what he is at the moment. Deontay Wilder, he definitely is what he is at the moment. I feel Anthony Joshua, there's still room for growth, maturation, and definitely improvement. I don't see him as a finished product or article yet.
Yeah. So it might be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Ooh. See, I said to you that AJ tried to come in the middle.
Yeah.
On that round.
Andy Ruiz's mother, I think.
Yeah. She's praying.
Fabisi says, if we ever hang IRL, that would be the drink of choice. It tastes less like wine and more like juice. Good job. I generally hate wine. Where do you live, Fabisi? You in the UK? Did you ever watch Rene Alvarado versus the Andrew Cancio? It was better than a title match, better than that Leo Santa Cruz fight. No, unfortunately, I didn't. I have that's one of like the 6 fights I had to go back and watch. I started to watch Dillian White versus Marius Walker because we were on our way to the pub when the fight was going on. I had to rewatch Michael Hunter versus Povetkin because I was talking to people in the pub while that fight was going on. I got to rewatch Encajas. I got to watch that fight from last week between Patrick Teixeira and Carlos Adames on the top rank card. It's a lot of boxing to catch up on, and because of that, you guys are going to be blessed in the coming days and get a lot of videos.
Absolutely.
When he sees an opening and he has his man hurt, Anthony Joshua has made that nearly impossible tonight for him to sustain that, but you know it is always there. The possibility of Ruiz opening up the arsenal. Ruiz is looking for a counter right hand. Over a lazy jab of Joshua. Joshua just better keep that stick sharp and laser focused because Ruiz is looking to counter. He's inching his way in. If you notice his feet, Ruiz's feet, he's inching his way in.
So one thing Anthony Joshua did really great in this fight was positioning. You know, there's ring generalship and then there's positioning. Ring generalship is using the ring. Positioning is what you need to land the punches, to be at that proper distance. And his positioning was so fantastic in this fight. You saw Anthony Joshua, particularly in the 9th round, or the 10th round, I should say, the championship rounds. He's slowing down and speeding up his movement. You see him getting his inside foot on the inside of Andy Ruiz's lead left foot, and because of that, he's able to be in good position to land a jab and set up the right hand.
But BC says, yeah, I'm in Halifax, West Yorkshire.
Oh,
okay.
I mean,
I don't know how far that is. How far is that?
Anywhere is relative when it comes to England.
That is true. It's not like being in South Florida.
Exactly.
But you know what, Fabisi, if you want to get up one of these days, I'll have some of that IRL with you, champ. We can talk boxing. I'm literally asking anybody here in the UK, if you want to get up and make videos, I'm being dead ass serious.
Yeah, he is.
I'm being dead serious.
Yeah.
You just let me know where you're at.
I called him out and he ended up on my doorstep.
He called me out and here I am. I'm in West Brom. So
we're here in the 10th round. Anthony Joshua still just circling Andy Ruiz, getting back to the middle of the ring in full command.
BT's like the Rock, the people's champ. So
on the people's champ, man.
The people's champ. If you smell
what the Rock is cooking.
What the Rock is cooking.
I like when he used to say, What is your name?
It doesn't.
It doesn't matter what your name is. And then the person that he said to would always be shocked.
Nice.
So look, you got Anthony got right there a stiff jab. That's an up jab right there. That's a quality jab there from Anthony Joshua. Look at the confidence. He's out there talking trash to Andy Ruiz. He's feeling himself. This man's got runners high in the ring right now.
Imagine what this man went through. He said he had a real mix of emotions in New York. He actually stayed in
Andy Ruiz, he looks like somebody who's just like, look, man, he looks like somebody that's running out of ideas. I think he still believes he can win, but I think he has a look in the body language of somebody that looks like they've run out of ideas. And that's hoping so that his one idea will work. As for Anthony Joshua, you got one guy who's hoping he's going to win, and you got one guy knowing and believing he's going to win.
Yeah.
So we're here in the 11th round.
So, guys, quick question. Is Anthony Joshua the one?
Is he what?
Is he the one? The number one?
In the division?
Yeah.
I'll ask you guys that. My answer to that is no. But listen, he might not be the one now.
He could be Neo in the Matrix, in the making.
He might not be the number one right now. But when the smoke clears, if he keeps growing and maturing, he might be the one when it's all said and done. And that's really what matters.
Yeah, true. And one thing that he did actually say, I'm improving every single time. So if you want to basically get me while I'm dead. And that's what Andy Ruiz did.
My man, MMA Boxing Talk. He says, BT in the UK, watching that Joshua fight live in the UK pub must be so priceless. Happy for you, brother. Yeah, man. And big shout out to MMA Boxing Talk. We talk all the time on Instagram. I believe he started a YouTube channel. He sent me a link, so I started to watch it. I know it's an old video channel, but I'm gonna watch it just because I want to see what you put out there. Yeah, it was extremely priceless. I mean, for people here in the UK, that's just everyday normal, standard big fight protocol. But being somebody from the States where boxing isn't as big at the current moment, it was just refreshing. It was really refreshing, and it was great to be around. I honestly feel like if I watch Anthony Joshua fights anywhere but the UK, I'll be cheated from this point forward. So I might have to come to the UK every time he fights.
Yeah, let's go, champ. Just to let you guys know as well that Anthony Joshua, by a lot of people, is considered a national treasure.
He is.
And that he's been, he's actually received an award from the Queen as
From
well.
the Queen. I mean, from the Queen. And the guys in a million commercials. The men in this country want to be him. All the women in this country want to be with him. Well, to be fair, I know plenty of girls in the States want to be with him too. So, when you world class, they know you everywhere. But we're here in the 11th round, and I'm just impressed. Like, Anthony Joshua has these big, Premier League striker quads, and they were actually able to hold up for 12 rounds. They held up to the Ruiz pressure for 12 rounds. He was out here, right here in this round. You got Ruiz throwing forearms, just resulted of every tactic he could in the book to try to get this guy, off his game plan. And he maintained composure. He maintained focus. He maintained discipline. And it's just such a mature, poised performance from Anthony Joshua. And we're about to enter the 12th round, and really, I'm actually more impressed watching it the second time than I was the first time. The first time I was impressed.
Yeah.
But the second time, I'm seeing more of the subtleties, and I'm even more. But look at that. You got Ruiz. He feels the front hand of Ruiz, and immediately, bang, touches him right to the face. Knocks a sweat right off his head.
Cristiano says, did AJ actually make history? He can't be the only heavyweight to regain his belts after a loss. Well, he's actually the fourth heavyweight to win his belts. I'm not sure that's all the way correct. I think he missed one. I think Eddie Hearn missed one name.
Okay.
I think Evander Holyfield believed one of the immediate rematch because he beat Riddick Bowe in the second fight.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure that was an immediate rematch. I'm not going to go check.
Okay.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It wasn't because Riddick Bowe defended against Jefferson Ferguson and Herbie Hyde before he fought Holyfield the second time. But, you have Floyd Patterson, Muhammad Ali, and Lennox Lewis and Anthony Joshua. Those are the only 4 heavyweights in the history of heavyweight boxing to win their world titles back in the immediate rematch. So that's legendary stuff. That's a massive step towards legendary status in boxing.
2-time.
BT, since you got a haircut, hold on. I go back up.
Has he become a black hole? Are you a black hole?
Said BT, since you got a haircut, I think AJ needs a haircut. Depression is over now. 2-time champ. That's right. That's right, champ. You know what's funny? I need to keep my hair this short. I was telling my dad. My dad's like, "Why are you going bald?"
Ooh,
big
nice.
right hand of Anthony Joshua, and that Andy Ruiz is so tough. Like that. Listen, that punch is. If he lands that same punch on Deontay Wilder or I'm not gonna say Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury, come on.
Not that far.
Okay, so
he has that punch on most heavyweights.
This guy's reasoning with that is that Tyson Fury comes from a family of bare knuckle brawlers that have fighting for a living. They have it in their blood.
Special type of toughness.
So they will fight to the death, knock each other's teeth out, and then be friends afterwards. And if you guys want to see any kind of resemblance of it, watch this movie Snatch, which me and BT
I haven't seen it yet. I might need to do a review on that. My talents.
Shout out Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. Shout out Billy Joe Saunders, the Gypsy Prince.
Shout out Nathan Gorman too, Gypsy fighter. Not as good as those guys, but still a Gypsy fighter who's a Gypsy.
Yeah, but he couldn't. So now, okay, you've said that right. So Nathan Gorman versus Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois was the style of AJ, and Nathan Gorman
was a Gypsy.
So now who won?
Nathan Gorman isn't 6'9" and he doesn't look like a super middleweight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Possibly.
The best one was when Bubba Ray Dudley did his stutter thing, and The Rock responded with "It doesn't matter." Yeah, that was hilarious. John Doe said, "Where's Riddick Bowe?" Riddick Bowe is chilling in Florida right now. I haven't talked to Riddick in a couple of months, but I have a friend that's really close to him. And I heard he's doing pretty good. He was recently with one.
Last 10 seconds of this fight, was he saying, "Come on"?
Yeah, he was saying, "Come on."
AJ's no, I don't need to.
That's how you knew Anthony Joshua fought such a great intelligent fight, because you had a very frustrated Andy Ruiz talking about, "Come and fight me, stand toe to toe, be a tough Mexican warrior." What happened to the equipment, like the ring at the heavyweight factory? Oh yeah, man, that's pretty sad to talk about right now. So for those of you who don't know, the heavyweight factory recently closed down, and that gym means a lot to me. But to answer your question, they were moving all that stuff out of the gym months before it closed. Like I remember there was a point in time where I was training in the gym, and there was only one ring in the gym, and the heavyweight factory normally had 3 rings in the gym. So they were gradually downsizing it and moving the equipment outside the gym. Where they moved it to, I don't know. I've heard rumors about where they might put the gym at. Like I've heard they might move the gym to Dania Beach, which if they did, oh my God, that would be like the dream come true. I heard they're gonna move it in my old neighborhood in Dania Beach, so fingers crossed on that one, but I don't think it'll happen. It's kind of like they're in a state of uncertainty. So I'm hoping that they move somewhere. I'm hoping that Chris Lawrence and the Heavyweight Factory remain involved in the South Florida boxing scene, because they're such a vital part of the South Florida boxing scene. If
you see Eddie Hearn is hugging.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn's hugging Anthony Joshua's dad. It's amazing what 6 months will do. The last fight, his dad was yelling at Eddie Hearn, wanted to fight him. Now he's smiling on his face and they're best friends.
Yeah, they're hugging.
But yeah, no, Riddick Bowe's doing good though. He was recently doing some. He was recently passing out turkeys at one of the local homeless centers in Dania Beach for Thanksgiving with my friend Kanan. So big shout out to Kanan, who I also sparred with earlier this year. So shout out to Kanan.
That's giving back to the community. Like we definitely endorse that.
Yeah, we definitely endorse giving back to the community and being a presence in the community if you have some sort of influence, like if you're an ex-heavyweight champion. I mean, look at that. That's right on the button. Anthony Joshua is taking these right hands. He's throwing the jab. He's throwing the right hand behind it with so much ferocity, and it's landing flush. And Ruiz is not. Didn't even buckle.
I know. 118 to 110.
So like one gave him 2 rounds, the other gave him a round.
I agree. Guys, please put down your scorecard.
Look at here. Look at here. Oh, you should have seen Eddie Hearn. I've never seen Eddie Hearn's face so intense in my life. Yo, Eddie Hearn like he caught roid rage with Anthony Joshua in a good way.
Guys, let's hear your scorecards. You guys have watched the fight.
I want to know what you guys thought. What did you? How many rounds did you give Andy Ruiz? Personally, I thought he won three.
Yeah, I'd say about 3-2.
My dad says, BT, try to get me a boxing media pass for the Boo Andre fight at the casino. I will get some interviews if you're not back for TSS. Oh, there goes Pops. Pops wants to go out there by himself. Dolo. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that, Dad. That'd be great too because Dad, that's during Super Bowl week, and they're supposedly they're not gonna fight at Hard Rock Stadium, but they're gonna make some sort of makeshift platform around the stadium during Super Bowl weekend. So you'll probably meet a lot of people. You'll probably meet like a lot of celebs and stuff, which is pretty cool. Did Riddick Bowe lose his house? I saw a GoFundMe. Yeah, that was like a couple years ago. He's actually done all right for himself since. The last time I was actually talking to him one day at the gym, and Riddick Bowe was telling me that he was actually looking at buying some houses in a house in Weston, Florida, which is like if you're from South Florida, like anybody here from South Florida, Weston, that's a good area. Weston, Plantation. If you live in Weston and Plantation, you're doing okay for yourself. So I think he's kind of recuperated, and people around the gym have kind of taken care of him. But yeah, he's doing okay.
AJ's holding up the belts again.
Fabrici says, I gave him 4 and 10. That was it. I think it was 11, and it was a swing round. Okay, so you gave him 3 rounds max. That sounds about right. I think I gave him around 8. But yeah, Fabrici, let me know if you're on social media, like if you're on Instagram or if you're on Facebook. Go on my about section and like add me there and contact me there. We can get up in I think it's Halifax, West Halifax. We'll get up one day. So yeah, we just
Anthony Joshua.
So Josh, I want to ask you. Now we've had a chance. Look at him,
the champ, the governor.
He's feeling himself, the governor. So first he was AJ.
Yeah.
Then he was no, actually no, scratch that. First he was the big drug dealer from Wofford. Then he was AJ. Then he was the landlord.
Then there's landlord. Yeah.
Now he's the governor. He's
the governor.
He's graduating every fight. He's graduating to another stage.
Tell that to Lennox Lewis. Tell that to Lennox Lewis.
He said Lennox is a clown.
He says.
To be fair, I actually agree with him. I think Lennox is a clown.
I mean,
but that's because I'm a diehard Riddick Bowe fan.
No, I disagree.
No, he's a great fighter. He's a great fighter.
Yeah. I don't know what happened between them, but
I'll show you on YouTube later. My dad says Jasper's the new world champ.
Let's go, champ.
So
let's go, Pops.
So were you just as impressed with the performance, or now more impressed now that we had a chance to watch it a second time?
Yeah, I'm more impressed.
What impressed you more? Like what were the things that you saw now that maybe you didn't see the first time we watched it in the pub?
I'd say just the way that he was working, coming out, the way that he mentally gets inside their heads as well.
Yeah.
So, talking trash to him while he was there. That body shots in the clinch.
Yeah.
His toughness as well. What you've got to remember as well is that Andy Ruiz did hit Joshua a few times here as well, and AJ took it.
That he did.
Even though he took the sting off the punches, he took it.
Anthony Joshua had a plan. He stuck to it, and he right now can make his claim once again.
Shout out to Team 258.
The baddest and smartest.
AKA Skins jumping around in the background because now he's going to be doing a lot better sexually, according to Tyan Booth. Tyan Booth always takes the piss out that guy. You know what I'm talking about? The guy way in the background?
The one with the pump out?
Yeah. He's like, he was saying, I hope Joshua loses to Ruiz just so he doesn't do that well sexually anymore. He doesn't deserve to be in a level. So Anthony Joshua, man, when it mattered most, he turned in his best performance. So I'm waiting for the post-fight interviews because I've seen clips here and there, but I haven't seen them in the totality.
So are you saying that the heavyweight division is back, Brian? It should be. If they can all fight.
DT, what you listen to? Migos, Cardi B, Lil Pump from Florida.
What I listen to. So right now, the last 2 weeks, I've been listening to the same thing. I have a playlist of 25 British rap songs. So I've listened to a lot of Skepta and Dave and V9 and who else? I forgot the other guy's name. Yeah, that's what I listen to. But normally, you can catch me listening to those guys, Rakim, Wu-Tang Clan, Gangstar. Hold on.
Two-time.
Just like Shannon Briggs.
Let's go, champ. Yeah, it's the champ, Shannon Briggs.
Thank God.
Bismillah. Next.
The Saudis love him forever now.
Two-time.
Bro, he's
The
feeling
first time was nice, so I had to do it twice.
He's feeling himself.
He is feeling himself.
Don't make no excuses. My boy Chisora said I can win this.
My boy Chilora.
And look, this is about boxing. I'm used to knocking guys out, you know what I'm saying? But last time I realized, hang on a minute, I hurt the man and I got caught coming in and I gave the man his credit. There was no excuses, right? But I said to myself, I'm going to correct myself and come again. I respect Andy and his family, his trainers so much. I just wanted to put on a great boxing masterclass and also show the sweet science of this lovely sport. It's about hitting and not getting hit.
Physically, we can see the difference. Lighter, faster, but mentally, was there a difference here? A change in mentality as well?
Never a change in mentality.
Never a change in mentality, guys.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry.
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
I'm hungry. I'm humble in defeat. And I'm going to remain
so humble.
Victory.
Mm.
And I just want to say thank you to Andrew Ruiz.
Not as humble as Andy Ruiz after the first fight, though. I want to thank my fans. I'm blessed. I want to thank the Mexican fans. You know, Joshua caught me with a good shot, and I said, oh, no, the fight can't be over. But I got up like a big Mexican warrior that I am, and I beat him up.
Henry, 258 management.
258.
I can just keep on going on. Soapbox London, Sky Sports, The Zone, and everyone in this building, let's go!
Let's go, baby. Wow, let's go.
How difficult is it to keep a cool head when someone like Andy Ruiz is marching you down over 12 rounds?
It's all about preparation. As I said, one day when I release a book, I'll talk through my career. Listen, careers are all about experience. There's no losing, there's no winning. It's just about creating great memories in this game that we all love. I took my L and I bounced back. Anyone can do it. Life is a roller coaster. What do you want me to do? Give up? I hear certain man saying, oh, I should retire. I should retire. Come on.
I hear certain man say I should retire.
So many rappers are going to sample this. So many British are going to sample this in their music.
Please respect us. This is what we love to do. I respect
Third fight. I want my...
So let's ask that question. It's 1-1. Let's talk about the future. Would you do it again?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without there.
If you heard, we're going to do a third.
If you heard, we're going to do a third.
Commiserations. What went wrong?
You know what? It was his night, man. I think I didn't prepare as how I should have, and you know I gained too much weight. But
I gained too much weight.
He won. He boxed me around, but you know what? If we do the third fight, best believe I'm gonna get in fucking best shape, and I'm in the best shape of my life.
Apologies for the language. Was that key that you did come in?
He's so mad at himself right now.
Yeah, trust me.
He knows he's blown it.
Yep.
He could have been the cash cow of boxing.
He could have been bigger than Canelo.
I thought I was gonna feel stronger. I thought I was
He
gonna
can still be bigger than
better,
Canelo.
but you know what? I think next fight I'm gonna get more
Actually,
prepared.
technically,
I'm gonna
physically speaking, he is bigger than Canelo.
He'll
He'll always be bigger than Canelo.
Like I said, I want to give no excuse. Anthony Joshua did a hell of a job, but I just want to give thanks to God and to everybody here.
I want to thank my fans, and I want to thank
I
God.
want to thank my fans for all the support. I want to thank God. You know, he had me hurt, and I said, "Oh no, this can't be the end of the fight." But I got up like the Mexican warrior that I am, and I'm just a champion. I'm a dog in the ring.
Okay, so MMA boxing talk. Ruiz 1, 2, 3 rounds tops. I totally agree. I totally agree. Did you thank God too? It's practically in your contract to do that.
Yeah, he did. He thanked God. He thanked God. And then he also he said something in Arabic, which I
Celebrate hard. This man.
Eddie Hearn, I can just see the dollar signs in his eyes.
He won a world championship after 16 fights, unified after 19 fights, unified after 21 fights, and tonight in Saudi Arabia, he becomes a two-time heavyweight champion of the world. And that is beautiful.
How much did you enjoy that?
They wrote him off. They said he was all hype. You know, he had to come back from humiliation at Madison Square Garden. Tonight, he's the governor.
You have to come.
He's the
governor.
He's two-time heavyweight
He's the governor of the division. The governor, the big drug dealer from Watford has become the governor.
This is going to be one hell of a flight.
How's it going, governor?
Thank you so much to Prince Khalid and Prince Abdulaziz from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Andy Ruiz says, "I'm still pinching myself after losing to Anthony Joshua."
We got Prince Khalid coming here.
That's apparently what he said. Quote Andy Ruiz.
I mean,
Yo, you know what, guys? Anthony Joshua, he saved the division from Al Heyman.
yeah.
If Andy Ruiz would have won this fight, PBC would have kept those belts hostage. In fact, they probably would have done away with the belts and said, "You know what? The PBC belt is the most coveted title of boxing. We got the belt." And AJ would have got frozen out for the rest of his career. The division would have got frozen out.
I know.
And you would have to say sort of Al Heyman to get a fight.
We said we're not going to talk about any other fights. And you know what? We're not even going to do it now. We're not even going to give him the airtime because he's the king.
He's a king.
No, you are the king.
He's a king.
They wrote you off. They wrote you off.
They
said
wrote
you're
him
right.
off.
You come
He's a
back,
king.
you scored it, and you're the king again. Trust me.
Mike is coming for the microphone. There's a lot of people who would have stayed up watching this. You've got fans all over the world, but your fan base is in Britain. Have you got a message for everyone back home?
As I always say, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. And I also want to shout out Prince Khalid,
Prince Khalid.
Prince
Prince.
Abdulaziz,
Okay,
Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
that's that Prince talk.
SCE holding us down. We're going to see more boxing in this region. We're going to see more boxing in London and America. Once again,
We're going to see more boxing in London and America.
And America.
It's going to be the takeover.
Yeah, because Anthony oh, it's not fight.
Two time.
Congratulations.
All right, so there you have it. That's Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz rematch, and you know, it was a hell of a fight. It was a hell of a performance from Anthony Joshua. And let's call a spade, man. He's the governor.
The governor.
The governor of the division, man. According to Eddie Hearn.
The king as well. The king governor.
That remains to be seen. But it was a good performance, Anthony Joshua. You know, I never thought he could box like that in his life. Because his whole career, all he'd ever shown us was himself to be a guy that would bulldoze you and just mull you over and just use brute strength to knock you out. But tonight he showed, listen. And I liked how he framed it. He said, I wanted to show people about this beautiful sport that we all love known as boxing. It's about hitting and not getting. And that's what he did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, one SSS wants to know, how come AJ didn't say bomb squad? Like, no. Bomb Squad.
Because that has no value at the moment. It's the Bomb
It's
Squad,
worth
isn't
about
it?
50 million.
It's not worth 50 million, dude. That's like, it's like up in the air, isn't it?
Worth 50 million British pounds.
Yeah, is it?
No, I'm talking. Oh, my main man is here. He has entered the building. Listen, this guy boxing now, man. This guy is like a freaking celebrity now. I mean, this guy's got all these subscribers. He's got all these views. He's doing the damn thing. So go subscribe to Boxing Now. He's here. He says, "Good day, mate. Hope the trip is going well." It's going absolutely phenomenal so far. And the funny thing is, like, Jasper will tell you this because I've spent pretty much all my time with him. Hasn't even really started yet.
No, it hasn't.
Like we got a good little appetizer last night, but it hasn't even really started.
No,
we haven't even really gone to a gym. We haven't even gone outside of Birmingham yet.
No,
I mean, if you want to count like Smethwick and what's the other city's name?
Albury, Smethwick.
That Hill place. What's that?
Hilltop.
Hilltop, like. So it hasn't even really started yet, but it will. It's really gonna start this week. We've got the Kalia fight interview coming up, I believe, either Tuesday or Thursday. Tuesday. It'll be happening. So we got that, and then we'll probably
exclusive for you guys.
Exclusive. And then the thing is, there's some British boxing in general. The community of boxing, as far as when you go to these gyms and the fighters and the trainers, it's so small. But like, I'm gonna assume that if boxing is small, the community in America, then it's got to be like less, even smaller in the UK because the UK isn't as big as America.
Yeah, I mean, but
it's tight knit though. So I know, like, if we meet one person, we're basically met 10.
Yeah, I mean, but what you got to remember is that in England there are probably more fans than they are in the US.
Yeah, I would say so. Probably, yeah.
So we're kind of like England is the one that is supporting boxing at the moment, and they're doing that through various fighters. The number one guy, the cash cow, is Anthony Joshua, but you do have other people that are from the UK as well.
That are doing big things.
As well. Yeah. And, the thing is that, because some of the people out there are open-minded. For example, Usyk, he's joined Matchroom.
Mm-hmm.
Lomachenko, he's also decided to, sometimes come in, because I know he's signed with Top Rank, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, but
they've shown the ability to work together.
They've worked together. Do you know what I mean? When he fought $1 Million Corrala, and also he fought another person as well over here. Luke Campbell as well. So, it's just, some people in the US are very close-minded, and they just need to wake up to the reality that, sooner or later, if you don't take the paycheck that is in front of you, it will evaporate and it will go, and you'll alienate all your fans as well.
Yeah, it's true. And listen, like, look, speaking as an American, like, first of all, I love being an American. I want to establish that. I love being from America. I love being an American. But, like, I know from being an American that we do have this arrogance about us. And a lot of times it can work for us in sports, but there's plenty of times where it can work against us. And just being here in the UK for 4 or 5 days, about 4 days going on 5. It is quite different, but one thing I can't say about the UK is people here are very, very passionate about the sport of boxing.
Yeah. And
right now, being from America, to really find people who are passionate about boxing, I have to go out of my way to do that in America. I don't have to do that here. All I do is go on the street. Like, Anthony Joshua is as relevant as a personality here in the UK as, let's say, like, I don't know, anybody who plays for Manchester United or Everton or Manchester City or whoever, Liverpool, whoever. He's just as relevant as any player on those teams within the confines of the UK. As to in America, Deontay Wilder, there's no way in hell Deontay Wilder is as relevant as LeBron James. No way. No chance at all. So that's the difference. That's the difference.
Okay, so let's get back to
some questions,
some comments. So clearly Ruiz won SSS.
Wasn't the boogeyman.
Clearly Ruiz wasn't the boogeyman, but is Tony Harrison, Jamal
Charlo's boogeyman? Well, you know what? That's a good fight coming up.
Well, you're absolutely right. A few people, Tyson Fury was saying that actually about Ruiz, that he's probably found his boogeyman. But we still have to hear from the Gypsy King whether what he saw against AJ is what he wanted to see, or is it just all he was running. So
yeah,
shout out Gypsy King, let's hear from you. Your opinion does matter, and
definitely matters.
And let's hear from you, and let's get that Joshua fight. And yeah,
absolutely.
Bring that WBC champion out of the what is it? The witness
protection program. Yeah, protection program.
Witness protection program. Bring it over to the UK. Let's do it in Saudi. Let's do it over there in Russia. Let's do it
in Birmingham.
Let's do it in Birmingham, guys. Let's do it in Birmingham.
One SS says next week we got Terrence Crawford versus Egis Kavaluskas.
No, we got
boxing now. Said LOL, thanks, and that he's jealous. Yeah, man, don't be jealous, man. You'll have your time. I'm jealous of your view count, man. You out here doing a damn thing.
So shout out to you, boxing there. One SS. Where
he says, "Ask she where you're at." Yeah, where is she? Yeah, she usually here.
Yeah.
One
Nosy Rosie. Where are you, Nosy Rosie?
She was here earlier.
Was she?
She was like at the very, very beginning.
Okay.
Next week, Terrence Crawford versus Egis Kavaluskas. That'd be a cool fight. It'll be good to see Bud Crawford back in action. You know, the guy that maybe people consider to be the pound best fighter in the world, and 95% of people probably think is the best American fighter out right now. I'm happy to see him in the ring. He's fighting Kavaluskas. You know, Kavaluskas is, I think, tailor made for Terrence Crawford. Like he fought. I saw him when he boxed Ray Robinson earlier this year. And he's a good fight. He's a solid guy, but
one thing that I'll say about Terrence Crawford is that Errol Spence is supposed to be his nemesis, but however, when Errol Spence fought what's his name?
Sean
Porter, yeah. So in that fight, what I saw was that I think that Terrence Crawford can actually beat Errol Spence, but that's another.
We'll have to wait and see, man.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely wait and see.
I personally think I've always thought Terrence Crawford could beat Errol Spence.
I mean, some people have got it one way, some people have got it the other way.
Honestly, like I haven't seen any potential fight in boxing, like of the current fighters that has people so split.
Yeah,
like you could ask 10 people and 5 will literally say Terrence, 5 will say Errol Spence.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like that's the one fight that needs to happen. And hopefully, in a perfect world, it would happen next year.
Sure.
But I have my doubts about that. But before we move on, going back to that Kavaluskas Crawford fight, the real main event of that fight is not even the main event. It's actually the co-main event, which is Richard Comey versus Teofimo Lopez.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with those guys. Have you seen him? Teofimo Lopez. He fought who he was last fight. Last fight he fought. You're not gonna know who he fought his last fight. He fought this guy named Nakatani, a Japanese guy.
No.
Teofimo Lopez is basically like he's a potential. Whoever wins this fight is probably gonna fight Lomachenko for the undisputed lightweight championship.
No, but as a Devin
Haney. Yeah, okay, he's a franchise champion. Oh no, you're right.
He's got the WBC.
Yeah,
championship.
You're right. Lomachenko's a franchise champion.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're right. The winner of that fight will more likely go on to fight Lomachenko next. And the reason people think I'm a Lomachenko hater is because I've been propping up this guy Teofimo Lopez as a guy to beat him.
Okay.
But his career is kind of in a bit of an interesting place because like he's one of those fighters in boxing who has his family very involved with his career. Like he has his dad as his trainer, his mom is a nutritionist, things like that, right? And this guy actually wound up getting married to somebody that their family doesn't like.
Okay.
So it's caused a big rift, and mentally he hasn't been the same.
Oh.
So his last fight he fought a guy that he was supposed to blow out. And he looked very ordinary. He still won, but he looked ordinary.
Wow.
Now he's fighting a guy, Richard Comey, and this guy Comey is a dangerous guy. This guy can punch anybody's lights out on the division. Comey could punch Lomachenko out if he catches him the right way. Like he's a very dangerous fighter. So this to me is like it's a damn near 50-50 fight.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those no excuses, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you gotta pick one or the other, unfortunately, it's the life that we're living in where you can't please everybody. So
Yeah, you can't.
TSS. That's our that's our 2 cents on that.
That's it.
So-
On SS went on by saying Gypsy King is 0-2. He predicted Logan Paul and Andy Ruiz Jr.
Gypsy
Well,
King owned to
like, in his predictions.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Then I'm doing better than him. I picked KSI in that fight. I picked KSI in that fight. He said, "Let's do it for the Mayan belt." Have you heard about that WBC Mayan belt?
Yeah, I know
When
that.
he fought for Otto.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, first of all, watching the KSI versus Logan Paul, KSI definitely won that.
Yeah.
But Logan Paul came out with excuses that he was ill, so he shouldn't have really fought. He maybe shouldn't have. If he wasn't very well, or there's a lot of fighters that go in there with injuries that are ill. Anthony Joshua actually fought Dominic Brazil with some kind of virus or something. So and he beat him into mincemeat, where his eyes were just like this, and he was walking around.
that was it, man.
It was crazy. So yeah, I mean, step up, be a man, and take your loss like a man, isn't it?
Be a man and do the right thing.
Do the
like
right
Russell
thing.
Peters would say.
Yeah. Okay, so
Fury will do what he normally does. He'll give his actual opinion and then switch to wrestling promo mode and start calling people bums. That's true.
I mean, what it is with Fury, what I've learned is that the thing is that he's just so unpredictable and
in and out the ring.
In and out the ring as well, because he himself, right? He is trying to, how can I say to you,
get into everybody's head.
Trying to get into everybody's head, and by getting into everybody's head, he's got into his own head and messed his own head. Poor guy. But yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem in saying that he possibly may be the best heavyweight.
What about Joe Joyce?
big
juggernaut. Big
juggernaut. He's definitely the slowest heavyweight.
Yeah.
But those punches are supposed to be deadly.
Oh, they touch you, yeah, they hurt you.
Yeah.
Although I will say, I think if Brian Jennings wasn't a vegan, he would have beat Joe Joyce. He was landing so many punches on this guy Joe Joyce, and I was saying to myself, why isn't he hurting him? And I said, oh, he's a vegan.
He's a vegan.
He zapped all of his power because he's not eating no meat.
Let's get your comments, guys, on being a vegan.
Yeah, what do you guys think? What for the 60 that are here? What do you guys make of being a vegan and the whole veganism craze that's going on?
My experience is that I've been actually brought up on a lot of kind of like a lot of meats, chicken, a lot of fish,
proper food,
a lot of mutton, lamb, so forth. So and we start getting withdrawal symptoms if we just have a salad or we just have vegetables. We still feel hungry, and we don't feel as though we've got that energy or that strength as well. So, yeah.
Did you hear?
Errol Spence hasn't been cleared.
Yeah, he hasn't been cleared.
So, in what way?
To fight, because, the accident. Accident.
Yeah, so this is the interesting thing about Errol Spence as well, which I quickly wanted to say as well, that Errol Spence... It was first reported that he only got a little bit of minor injuries, and later on it's supposed to be that he had some major injuries where he couldn't fight. So let's see. We hope that he has a full recovery here. We wish him all the best.
Absolutely.
And
love Errol Spence.
We do see him as one of the best welterweights out there, if not the best.
One of the best fighters out there, period.
Yeah. So Spence is beatable if you don't stand in front of him,
and you can turn him.
You can turn him.
And for that exact reason, that's why I made that video, and I said that Errol Spence is his style. I believe is tailor made for Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao beat Errol Spence for that reason.
Okay, but Terence Crawford, would he do exactly the same as well? Can he turn him?
He can turn him, but I think he's going to beat Errol Spence for different reasons than Manny Pacquiao.
Okay, so what's your reasons?
His versatility as a fighter. I think that's the difference in the fight. The fact that he can box, southpaw box, orthodox. And the Jeff Horn fight. And Jeff Horn is a very physically big guy.
Yes,
and he fights like it too.
Yeah,
he was able to pretty much manhandle Jeff Horn on the inside.
He did manhandle Jeff Horn as really.
I was impressed. So I actually think he's probably the only fighter welterweight that could beat Errol Spence at his own game.
Is he from Africa or is he Jamaican?
Well, like what's his heritage?
Yeah,
I know he's from Nebraska, but I actually don't know what his heritage is. So that might be something to go look up.
Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look here.
Jairo Galvez says vegans.
No.
One SS. Did you hear? The World Boxing Super Series is for 3 belts. Basically, we're going to have an undisputed cruiserweight champion again. Okay, so then that's the perfect time for my main man Isaac Chamberlain to get in the tournament. So listen, I doubt that it will happen because Al Heyman doesn't do that. Normally, Al Heyman fighters don't enter the World Boxing Super Series. Let me think. And you guys let me know, like, has there been an instance where an Al Heyman fighter has entered the World Boxing Super Series? Because
I mean, if that's the case, right, they should do that in the heavyweight as well, so that you have one name, one face, one champion.
In fact, Deontay Wilder should have been championing the World Boxing Series. He should be the number 1 advocate.
Absolutely. If he can make the claims that he does, and be able to do that, fair play to him. Then he is number 1. Will he get my respect as a fighter? Yes. As a person, he has a very loose character. That's what I think. Yeah,
loose character. I like that. Loose character. All right.
But just to say, being the cruiserweight
World Boxing Series, yeah, excellent.
I like the way that they've done
it's
that.
It's the 3rd time they're doing the cruiserweight division. They did it for Usyk. They're doing it now.
Yeah, they should do it for the heavyweights. This is what we need to get.
Absolutely, honestly. It's just gonna be tough.
It gives people opportunity as well. Not just so that AJ can sit on his throne, not just so that Deontay can hold on to that belt forever, and not just for
half a decade.
Yeah, not just for Tyson Fury to be lineal champion, for all of them to
come together and see who truly is the best.
Yeah,
that's why
and then on top of that as well, having contenders there as well, fighting it out to get that chance to have a crack at those guys as well.
Mm-hmm.
So people like Gerald Miller,
Joe Joyce, Daniel
Dubois,
Philip Hrgovic,
Philip Hrgovic,
all
these guys, they deserve those opportunities and that crack. The golden, like they do the golden ticket,
the golden contract,
the golden contract guys.
Having a card here next week too for the golden contract. But yeah, let's see. All right, moving ahead to the comments. In the comments, here we go. Jairo Galvez says, "Vegans on carnivores, you're killing the animals. Carnivores, you're killing plants. That makes the plant green. Vegans on carnivores, you're killing the animals. Carnivores, you're killing them." Oh, he's quoting like what vegans and carnivores say. So he's saying vegans say you're killing the animals. Carnivore says you're killing the plants that make the plant green. Okay, fair enough.
I mean,
BC says, I tried it, but trying to replace meat calories with nuts and tofu is damn expensive.
That's fair enough.
Yeah,
as well. That's fair.
Why was Andy Ruiz versus Joshua 2 so soon? Because they wanted to both do the immediate rematch. Andy won the payday, which he got, and Anthony Joshua wanted a chance to get his belts back, and he got that too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
AJ
put on quite a show.
Thank you,
Bill.
The
best performance of his career. He was out there looking like the British Larry Holmes.
Yeah. Not everything is about knockouts and just taking it to somebody. Although AJ did do some damage to Ruiz as well, which everybody's failing to see, and vice versa as well. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is at the end of the day. So just the Boosie. AJ is number 1. Say nada.
the best heavyweight in the world.
I agree. There is a good, but okay, I take that back. Actually, at the moment, right, AJ has the best resume.
I mean, yeah, according to my man Vale on the comment over there, he says he's already fought half the top 10.
Yeah,
Pulev is next, and then Usyk.
Yeah,
So he's the governor.
He is the governor. He like I can't really say that until at the moment until AJ fights Wilder and Fury, you can't really say that, but I can see your point. At the moment, as it stands, I see Joshua as number one as well.
Yeah. I want to see Boo Boo Andrade versus Rio Murata. Give Boo Boo another belt. I agree. Give our American champion, a true testament to what's great about America. Give him another belt. Give him another belt. Best American fighter out, in my opinion. AJ's already fought over had the top 10. Pulev is next, then Usyk. That leaves only 2 of the top 10 left.
Who's the other 2?
I'm gonna say it's probably let's see, pull it up right now.
You've already got it.
This is rankings. These are just rankings. I think you got Kanaki, and you got probably
Manuel Cha,
Dubois. Well, these are just sanctioning weather rankings. If you go by like Ring Magazine top 10, I usually like to use Ring Magazine. If I'm talking legit top 10, I just use Ring Magazine.
Right. Okay.
That I just use to see who's gonna get mandatory.
Okay.
Who might get a title shot soon. Let's see if we go on Ring Magazine. I want to see this just based on the Ring Magazine rankings. I know one of them will probably
it will be interesting to see where Joshua
is now.
There. Yeah,
if they updated it, yeah.
Anthony Joshua dominates Ruiz.
Shout out to Ring Magazine, the Bible of boxing. All right, they got Tyson Fury number 1.
Wow.
They haven't updated it yet. They have not updated it yet. But let's see if we just look at the top 10, right? Okay, he hasn't fought. He's beat Andy Ruiz, right?
Yeah.
He beat Dillian White.
Oh no, they have. Look, he's got 2 losses on his record.
No, this can't be correct. Usually there's like a part where they says when they last updated it. I think it's November 2nd. They haven't updated it yet.
Oh, okay.
They just may have updated his record for like.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he beat Andy Ruiz, who's 3rd. He beat White. He beat Povetkin. He beat Parker. And he's beaten 4 of the top 10 heavyweight.
No, wait. So, yeah. So 1, 2,
3, 4.
Yeah.
And he hasn't fought Fury or Wilder yet. But he's gonna fight Pulev. So
so there's Pulev. There's Ortiz as well.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he should take the Ortiz fight next.
Yeah, I mean, I am sure Ortiz would take it. Now that he's been blessed 2 times by Deontay Wilder, now that Wilder blessed him with 2 opportunities.
I wonder if Al Heyman paid him the $7 million.
I hope so. I hope so for his sake. Fabisi says Wilder's an odd one. Why was he so happy that Joshua lost, given that it was a big payday going up in smoke? Yet was so pissed off that he threw Ruiz under the bus after last night, like he was personally betrayed.
So I think that Al Heyman has done some kind of voodoo on him or something, where he's very, because I think before he started dressing in drag and whatnot. So now he's started dressing in drag clothes and stuff, and obviously he's drag queen Beyonce. It might be his alter ego or so forth there coming out, spilling out into his other brain. So yeah, sorry, that's my 2 cents on it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I was reading an article that came out the day before the fight, and it was saying that they had that Ruiz and Wilder talk on the phone frequently, and they had this master plan for the heavyweight division. That all they needed to do to execute this plan was for Andy Ruiz to beat Joshua, and he failed. So now, because he failed, now Wilder, every time he fights now, whether he fights Fury and beats him, or even like he's always gonna be asked about AJ, because now AJ has come back from adversity, and AJ was the cash cow of the division before, but now he's the extra cash cow now, because now he's got that oil money behind him. He's got that
that A-Rap money. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. You know, he's gonna be someone that Deontay has to worry about, and Deontay doesn't want to have to go through the process of negotiating a fight with him.
Well, I think that the thing is that Joshua was making a lot more money than Deontay a long time ago when he was fighting here in the UK. Shout out UK, Wembley Stadium, the O2 Arena,
Millennium Stadium.
That made AJ his millions, and you know he's been putting up 20-30 million over here. Now you know he's become a super millionaire, and he didn't even need Deontay. Deontay thought that that AJ needed him as much as he needed them, but it wasn't the case, was it? So you know, shout out to Saudi Arabia that made that happen, and you know, shout out to Saudi Arabia that, you know, they might make the Pulev fight next fight there, and you know, Pulev might get 15 million and AJ might get 130 million. So, you know, you basically, Deontay, you've shot yourself in the foot, mate.
You could have had some oil money like Andy Ruiz.
That's it. That's it.
You could have the oil money from the Saudis, and you could have had all this alleged rental property money that all Hammond fighters get.
Okay, so yeah, so we went through the.
How does Demetrius Andrade get the name Boo Boo? Does he have multiple girlfriends? I don't know. That's kind of one of the reasons I'm pissed off that I'm not there, because I wanted to ask him that in an interview. I actually wanted to ask him.
Victor Drago versus Andrew.
That Victor Drago was something special. So I'm not sure about that one, champ. I don't know. Victor's pretty special.
I'm gonna go with Andy Ruiz with that one. Sorry,
yeah, I'll go with him because he's not fictitious. I'll go with Andy.
I'm just gonna go with him because he's a very skilled fighter. He just needs focus. He could be number one still.
He might.
He could dethrone AJ again. He could beat Deontay as well.
He might slap the hell out of Tyson Fury.
He might slap the hell out of Tyson Fury.
AJ's Wilder, always... he's got Heyman to Wilder. Brits hate him. Find out how this promoter is going to unify.
Okay, so Heyman to Wilder. Brits
hate him. Find out how this promoter is going to unify the heavyweight division with this one weird trick. Wilder, he got a master plan, almost definitely.
Good joke. Thank you for the joke.
AJ has always been the draw. They built an Empire Stadium just for AJ and sold it out and sold a bazillion pay-per-views. The landlord is here to collect.
Oh, wow.
He's here to collect.
The governor here is to collect. The governor.
Listen, personally, I think as a boxing fan and a somewhat objective boxing fan, I think that it was probably the best thing for boxing that he won that fight, because if Andy Ruiz would have won that fight, the division is getting frozen out. If you like any heavyweights that aren't PBC heavyweights, it's getting frozen out.
And it's such a shame because, you know, the thing is that Al Heyman doesn't recognize the fact that if he was to work with, you know, Eddie Hearn, right, all those fighters that he has in his stable, they would get record paydays, which in turn...
And build their profile.
And in turn, he would be making money off their back as well.
Yeah, but he's a control freak.
He's a control freak, unfortunately. And he does exist. Just to put that rumor to bed, there is a video out there.
There's a video on the Boxing Voice.
The Boxing Voice.
The title of it is "The Hard to See or Find Al Heyman," and it's like watching Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. Like,
shout out Loch Ness Monster.
They don't talk Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot, but they see him off in the distance and moving. So you get confirmation that he exists.
Okay, so yeah, so
he got that fight scene, that movie fight scene chin. He's talking about Andy Ruiz.
I mean, yeah, he has.
He was getting clipped.
He was getting clipped, and this is the thing. Like, I'd compare him to Triple G. You know?
Yeah, I can see that. He can, in that sense, yeah.
Yeah, he can take that punishment. He is a potential. He's in that top 5, and for me, even though he's lost to AJ, he will stay in that top 5. what he's going to have to do is go back, and he's going to have to grind again and get back. But the thing is that when Eddie Hearn took him on, he didn't know that he was a wolf in sheep's clothing. He basically fooled everybody. Not just once. He was trying to fool everybody twice, but twice. The second time he fooled himself.
He had too much fun. He had the greatest party any heavyweight champion's ever had after he beat Anthony Joshua. Which real life boxer should they use in the next Creed film? Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder? Probably Deontay Wilder because everybody says that he's an actor. He's acting like he's a real champion. Who? Deontay Wilder. They say Wilder should go be a movie star because he's acting like he's a real champion. When he's a witness protection.
No, I'd love to see Tyson Fury.
Yeah. Well, he has a good.
No. Just to mix it up, I think you're right. Deontay, yeah. And he needs to dress up in that drag queen stuff that he normally does.
What drag queen stuff?
Like where he wears the mask and all the glitter.
When he comes out looking like the final boss in Mortal Kombat.
I didn't make final boss.
The final boss. That's what I call him now. Deontay, the final boss Wilder.
But the thing is that you won't see a final boss with glitter. Is that right or is that right?
Floyd Mayweather had glitter.
Was he wearing a mask?
No, he was.
There you go.
Danny Garcia wore a mask, but he had the final boss. Danny Garcia wears a mask to all of his fights.
Mike Hunter wore a mask, bro.
Michael Hunter. They robbed Michael Hunter.
I mean,
should have won, man.
That's
the shafting the Americans, man.
But it's just like AJ says, never leave it up to the judges.
It's true. But he left it up to the judges in his last fight.
That's because...
But he dominated the fight.
Exactly.
Ruiz would stand virtually no chance against Wilder. He's vulnerable to right hands, and Wilder has a pretty good back foot game to go with his limit break right hand. His limit break. I might say limited, even though his right hand is not limited. I won't say he has no chance. I mean, I see why you're saying that, but you gotta look at it like this, man. Like, Andy Ruiz isn't much bigger than Arthur Spilka. I mean, he's not much bigger than Arthur Spilka. And you saw what Arthur Spilka was able to do with Wilder. He like freaking Pernell Whitaker in there against Deontay Wilder with the ways until, of course, Deontay Wilder eventually caught him in the 9th round with the most vicious right hand you'll probably ever see in your life.
But this is the thing, though. Andy Ruiz is a different kettle of fish, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He has got a really hard chin, so he can take the punishment. So he might gamble on coming in onto him and then letting those fast hands go. And guys, if you don't believe Andy Ruiz's punching power, I consider Andy Ruiz's punching power to be more superior than AJ's as well.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have a look at the pad work that he does, that pad work is something nasty, It's like something that...
It's one of the best things to watch in boxing. It's so amazing.
Yeah, it's just like you hear it and you're just like, ow, I feel sorry for the person who's going to be on the receiving end.
That's not me, right?
Okay, so what's up, BT? AJ, no, he dresses like a scorpion. Okay, so he dresses like a scorpion, which is iconic.
For Mortal Kombat. Here's the opposite way.
Okay, that's here and there. That's me just making fun. Fair enough.
My man Emilio X, what's up, champ? He says, what's
Emilio X.
What's up, BT? AJ boxed good. If Ruiz would have went for the KO and took risk, AJ would have slept. The fact that AJ didn't even drop him or buckle him was probably the most surprising thing of the fight.
Absolutely.
With those punches he was just landing.
Absolutely. And that's the difference because Ruiz had that extra weight. He was able to take the punches. Mm-hmm. Whereas though, the difference in weight, if you have a look at the difference in weight, right? Same punches that Ruiz took, right? Put him on his ass.
Yeah.
It's true. So, okay. So
Limit Break is a Final Fantasy reference. You see, I never played Final Fantasy. That wasn't my game, but I heard it's great. I heard it was a great game. They only made like 100 of them. So I'm sure they did something right.
Me, I'm more of a instead of Final Fantasy, if you want to talk about big swords and you really want to watch a great anime, there's this one called Berserk. Trust me, you'll love the 1994 version of it. So yeah, check that out. Cut that. Shout out Berserk.
You need. Fabrici says you kind of need hyperbole to describe Wilder's right hand. It's the most absurdly powerful shot I've ever seen in my life. And that's why we call him the final boss. I call him the final boss.
I mean, yeah, he does have freaky strength. I agree to that, but can he maintain that freaky strength against people that can formulate a plan to nullify that? If he can do that, yes, he can say he's the baddest man on the planet. Yes, he can say that he's the king of the division. One name, one face, one champion. But until he does that, he can't be saying stuff like, oh yeah, AJ was running, I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight him. I don't want to fight him. He can't say that, Andy Ruiz is no good when he hasn't even fought him. Fight him first and then say he's no good.
That's right.
So, give people their fair dues.
Yeah, he's probably going to fight Charles Martin next year. We were all saying that yesterday. I said, Charles Martin's on a good little 3-fight win streak. If he gets one decent, like if Charles Martin, I think he fought Adam Kanaki, but if he beats like somebody solid, I don't know. I don't know. Did he fight Adam Kanaki?
I actually think that Charles Martin can win this fight against Wilder.
Excuse me?
I think that Charles Martin can win this fight against. And shall I tell you how?
I would love to hear this,
guys. Do you want to hear how?
I'm sure they would love to hear it, Jasper.
Right. Let me say. So the shorts that he was wearing against AJ, right? If he borrows those to Wilder, it's game over for him.
It's over for him. Did he fight? Yeah, he fought Adam Kanaki already, so I was right about that. He fought Adam Kanaki, and now he's on a 2-fight win streak. But if this guy,
who did he fight?
Adam Kanaki,
and he lost against
Adam Kanaki. Destroyed him, broke him up. I forgot that they fought, but yeah, I was live for that fight. He destroyed him.
Okay,
that was on the what card was this on last year?
What's up, brother?
Michael Ryan Piss, my man, Michael Ryan Piss. It ain't bragging, son. If you can back it all up, he's got a song. He's actually from Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Good friend of mine.
So, guys, something that Dillian White in an interview said about Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, called him the Black Hillbilly. Now, I just want your opinion on this. Do you guys consider that racist or not racist?
Calling a hillbilly?
A black hillbilly.
Yeah, I don't know. I know he's a country boy. That boy's country strong.
Trust me.
Country strong.
So, yeah. Guys, comment. Let me know what you think. So, yeah.
The Black Hillbilly.
Black Hillbilly.
I mean, well, Diane Booth is calling a hard day. He's the Black Quitter. Is that racist? The Black Quitter?
The Black Quitter. Well, if he's a Black Quitter, then maybe. Well, if he's just a quitter, then he's just a quitter.
Yeah, he should have quit hitting my friend Logan Hugh with the damn right hand. I'm still pissed off about that fight.
He is a hillbilly.
See,
but is he a black hillbilly?
Yeah,
and is that racist?
Well, he is a hillbilly. Is he? And if he's a hillbilly, is he black?
I mean,
okay, then there you go.
I don't know. Like,
Wilder is black.
We're trying to be politically correct.
I'm from America.
Okay,
I don't do that.
All right. Okay.
Wait, is this couch black?
No, it isn't.
It's not black. What is the couch considered as?
It's chocolate brown.
I'm done. Chocolate brown. Because they somehow convinced Wilder that 8 million was better than 100 million. What do you guys think? Would you guys take 8 million over 100 million?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Would you consider 8 million better than 50 million?
Well, yeah, obviously, right? Shall I tell you how this adds up? If the 50 million doesn't exist, then yeah, definitely, I'll take the 8 million.
Wilder has the hardest right cross ever, but where the left hook
Tyson-
combination punching,
Wait, okay, so Wilder, sorry. Okay.
where the left hook and combination punching, I see AJ pressuring him and those combos KOing him early. So he thinks this. Emilio X thinks that AJ will pressure Wilder and KO him early because the
That
combination.
Wilder will
The AJ will knock out Wilder early.
yeah, agreed. That's one of the game plans that AJ would have, which is to work off his chest and that's what Ruiz could potentially do, and he is considered a more devastating puncher than Anthony Joshua as well. So yeah, absolutely. Shout out to your comment there.
Yeah. Fabisi says nationalist, maybe, I don't know. White's worth a soundbite. I remember him saying about Miller's cocktail of drugs that he was looking to go Super Saiyan.
Shout out to
He also called Drum Miller Jabba the Hutt. I like that. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
My main man Corey Taylor, he comments, and he great last name I might add. He says, "Who do y'all think? Why do y'all think Wilder is the best heavyweight?" He commented 3 times. Why do y'all think Wilder is the best heavyweight? He only has one game on his resume, and that's Ortiz. Remember, he did not beat Fury. Well, I know he didn't say Wilder was the best heavyweight because you don't like Wilder at all.
No. No. I don't. It's not that I don't like Wilder. I just don't think that he's proved that he's the best. Prove that you're the best. If not, show me evidence.
No, but you didn't say he was the best heavyweight, and I didn't say that.
Okay, yeah, no, we haven't.
we
No.
haven't said that.
You. I don't know about you.
I said he's better than AJ. Right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So
But
he's
I
saying
didn't say
that
he
he's
was the best.
No. So we haven't said that.
But I would actually agree with what you said, Corey. So yeah, I agree. I'm gonna respond to your comment by saying I agree. AJ is a great combination puncher. I for sure.
And he's just refining it as well.
Mm-hmm. My main man Enrique Luna. Shout out to Enrique Luna. And you know what, Enrique Luna? Shout out to Sinisa Estrada, my future baby mom. He says shout out to Cecilia Brækhus, Norway. She got the win last week. I didn't know she boxed, but shout out to Cecilia Brækhus.
Yeah, for real.
I didn't know if she had a fight at all.
Yeah.
So yeah,
ladies doing their things. Yeah, why not?
Why not? Sam 40832 says, what you boys saying?
I mean,
What are you saying?
we're just ecstatic from the fact that AJ.
If you're just getting in here, we literally sat here and just watched the whole entire fight, and we just gave our take of it as we had a chance to rewatch it, and we kind of just been interacting with everybody since we started this live. So yeah.
Okay, so how would you see AJ versus Wilder? So the way that I would see that fight panning out is that if AJ can stay away from that that right hand, pressure him, keep in close range to him, and hurt him in close quarters, right, inside game, I think AJ could win. Wilder, all that he needs is that one punch.
That's it.
If he lands that one punch on AJ, it's a 50-50 chance that AJ will get up or he won't get up.
Mm-hmm.
But if he carries on, if AJ can't recover, that's when AJ can lose that fight as well. So, for me, it's a very 50-50 fight.
It is, and like I was saying earlier, Anthony Joshua is one of those guys that he's not a finished article. He's still getting better. He's still improving. He showed maturation.
Yeah,
last night
he'd definitely have a game plan.
He would definitely come with a good fight plan against Wilder.
Yeah, absolutely, and no shame in it. Wilder might actually win that fight, and respect to him if he does.
I think he will, man.
So yeah,
I don't know how you stay away from that for 12 rounds. I don't.
I don't.
The only way to stay away
that
from
fight won't go 12 rounds.
I know, but I'm saying
that fight won't go 12 rounds.
It won't. But the thing is, he's gonna have to knock out Wilder.
Yeah,
because if he gives it 12 rounds, Wilder will land. He will find the way. And that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. Like I was trying to tell you, like I think Wilder's a smarter fighter than people want to give him credit for.
Okay.
Because listen, we know it's one thing to have power, correct?
Yeah.
But there's been plenty of power punches in the history of boxing, and they don't have a 95% plus knockout percentage against in 40 plus fights. They don't have that. It takes it. You have to know how to be able to set up or land those shots. Now he does it in a very unorthodox way, where like because most guys will feint or most guys will just throw a jab. A lot of times the way Wilder says you have to land hard shots is just to give you this false sense of security that you're actually winning the fight, which you actually are. You could be up 5, 6, 7 rounds, and then you get comfortable. You might have a moment or two, where you switch off. And when you switch off, you best believe he's going to find a way to land that right hand. So I think the biggest thing for Wilder is that he's probably the best fighter in the history of boxing at capitalizing off of his opponent's lack of focus.
But I think that there hasn't been a person that he's fought that has good power as well, like AJ. I don't think Ortiz has the same power as AJ.
The best puncher, who's the best? Well, yeah. I agree. Like,
so
he hasn't really fought any punchers like that because Fury's not a puncher. Ortiz is above average puncher at best, but he's not an elite power puncher.
Exactly. So this is why I'm saying that I want to see it's a 50-50 fight. Okay, so
do you agree with Teddy Atlas saying that Wilder is the hardest one punch knockout artist ever? I made a video about it. I said yes.
If we're talking on percentages, yes, but against who? That's the only issue that I've got with that. So yes, in essence, if he can actually do that against the rest of the division, then he deserves that crown.
The best puncher he probably fought Wilder is probably either Dominic Brazil or Bermane Stiverne. I would say those are probably the two best punchers he ever fought. It's Dominic Brazil and Bermane Stiverne.
Okay. And do you think that they're more powerful than AJ or Ruiz?
In terms of, if we're talking just pure power,
yeah,
I think Brazil is. I think Brazil is a very. Have you seen Brazil's knockouts?
Yeah, I've seen some of his knockouts, but
you can see when he fought that black Polish dude, Uganu, and almost knocked his ass out the ring.
The thing is with Brazil, right?
He's just really slow though. He has slow reflexes. So that's what I'm saying. Like you can have power, but you need to have the
yeah, but AJ's got that. He's got the speed.
He's got the speed to do that,
and so has Ruiz. The only thing that Ruiz hasn't got that AJ has got is the height, the reach. So that's like the tools that he has got, and Ruiz makes up with it with the body punches, with the clenching punches, with this guy. You'd think that you guys would probably think that I'm more of a Ruiz fan than an AJ fan.
You love Ruiz. I love him too.
But from what I've seen, this guy at his best, he could take over the division. Definitely. He just hasn't got that focus. Lazy guy, he lazy day, and that's what you pay for being lazy.
Brazil.
We need to go up, I think. Where were we?
You were go down. Go down.
No, I think we need to go up.
Oh, here we go. Who do you guys think? Or right here. AJ did a good job of smothering Ruiz on the inside too.
Yeah, this time. But if you notice, right? Yeah. If you notice, AJ wasn't doing that in the first fight. In the second fight, yeah, he was like, okay, smothering him, but Ruiz was working that body, right? To the point where, AJ was taking it, but he was giving it as well. But at points when there's, smothering each other, Ruiz was coming off a lot better some of the times. He was working through it a lot better.
Who do you guys think Wilder will fight if Fury fight won't happen next? I was just talking to him about this today. I think he's fighting Adam Kaunaki next. That's like the perfect PBC fight.
That Fury fight, it has to happen.
Okay, but in the event that it doesn't, he wants to know who he's going to fight. In the event that it doesn't. Ortiz 3.
Ortiz 3. And if the next fight doesn't happen, it might be Ortiz 4.
He's going to keep abusing Ortiz until he can't walk no more.
Definitely. No, I think that, I feel as though Al Heyman just keeps his fighters in-house.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that doesn't make good for any type of boxing. That doesn't. Sorry, but it is what it is. Okay, so...
Oh, right.
I actually think we missed this one.
No.
Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in the world.
You're going up. We read all those already.
Okay.
Go down.
Okay, I missed that. Okay, where were we?
I actually think Tyson beats AJ, though. Too big and can box better. Thank you, Corey.
I mean, when you hear AJ talking about that fight, he's like, you know what? I'll eventually catch up with
Fury.
And just spark him out. So possibly, I don't know. The thing is for me, that's a 50-50 fight as well. That is. But again, AJ would come with a good game plan.
Facts. The good news is Wilder has 0 inside game. Yeah, he doesn't know what that is.
Yeah.
Although I will say this though, in the Ortiz fight, he actually threw a couple body shots, and I was like, "Wow, this guy's throwing body shots." Because if AJ didn't know what a body shot was, Wilder really didn't know what a body shot was before he fought Ortiz.
Yeah, absolutely. But the only reason why AJ didn't know what a body shot was because nobody gave him a decent one, or nobody gave him anything to worry about before.
That's true.
It's just like he can walk around and just go, bam, that's it. Bam, that's it. And that's what Wilder's been doing as well. He's just been walking around going, bam, bam, that's it. And, they don't need to know anything else. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
But now it's broke. You got to fix it. But you got to make sure that it's, refined and the best thing on the planet.
Today's fighters barely fight on the inside anyway. Yeah, Sam, you correct?
I have to disagree with that.
No, they don't fight as much as they did on the inside as much as like they did in like the 80s or the 90s.
Yeah, because that's because
it's a lost art, to be honest with you. Truth be told, who's the best inside fighter that you think you've seen in boxing today?
Andy Ruiz.
Okay.
He's the second best.
Who's the second best?
And Anthony Joshua.
Errol Spence. So all boxing.
Oh, all of boxing. Yeah, there's plenty out there, bro. Manny Pacquiao.
You think he's a great inside fighter?
Yeah, of course.
No, I don't think he's a great inside fighter.
No?
No, not at all. I don't think he's a great inside fighter. I think he's a great fighter, but not a great inside fighter.
I think he is, but yeah.
Errol Spencer's a good inside fighter. Canelo was a fantastic inside fighter. I know we hate Canelo, but he is a great inside fighter.
Triple G.
Inside fighter?
Mm-hmm.
No, not inside fighter. No, that guy doesn't know what a body shot is.
Come on, dude.
Triple G is not a great inside fighter.
Okay.
No, he's good in the pocket. There's a difference between being in the pocket and being on the inside. I'm talking about fighting close court. You got a guy like when I clinched you the other day and I did that body shot. Guys that can fight at that kind of range.
Right. Okay.
And do it at the highest level. How many guys can do that?
Yeah. I mean, that's something for people to improve on anyway. It's just something to add to the bag of tricks, isn't it? I think Tyson Fury beats AJ. How do you see that? Okay. The boxer AJ would lose to Wilder. The puncher
AJ beats Wilder. Meaning he's no Fury. He can't lose weight and fight Wilder like he did last night. But the AJ with muscles beats Wilder. It's a lot to take in there, Mike. It's a lot to take in. Okay, I'm gonna read that again. The boxer AJ would lose to Wilder. The puncher AJ beats Wilder. We know that he's no
Tyson Fury, so we don't need to clarify that anymore.
So, AJ would look at that, right, and he would probably gain weight himself. Because what you got to remember as well, and this is what people don't understand as well, right, is that when he was initially supposed to fight Gerald Miller, right, that's why he had that extra weight to come in and, to box him a little bit and then just to unload a fury all over him.
On the guy.
Exactly. And he tried to do that. He tried to use those tactics against Ruiz. And the thing is that he kind of almost won doing that, but he didn't think that Ruiz was that durable. So,
I like what Vale said. Vale said, "This will sum it up for you. Golovkin threw 12 body shots in 2 fights total against GGG." Okay. Best thing that could happen for boxing. This is also Vale. Best thing that could happen for boxing. And this is right after the comment you just read with Michael Ryan. He said, the best thing that could happen for boxing is Fury beats Wilder and then AJ versus Fury in the UK. I was just saying that yesterday.
I was just saying that's like my dream scenario, for those two to fight in the UK.
Okay.
You probably don't even know where I'm at right now, do you?
No.
It was right over. It's right after Michael home. But go up a bit. Right here. That's why I was right there.
Okay.
So he was saying the best thing that can happen for boxing. For Fury, I'm also do this because I know you can do this. Look, show. I want to show. There you go. Okay, look at that. There it is on the screen. What do you think of that, Jasper?
Okay, that's cool. Best thing that could happen for boxing is Fury beats Wilder and AJ versus Fury. Yeah, absolutly.
I was saying that's my dream scenario.
Yeah,
that's my dream scenario.
That's my dream
at
scenario
Wembley Stadium, and then I'll be here for it.
Absolutely.
I'll probably have lost citizenship by then. Hagler versus Canelo. I just seen the video. Jeff Mayweather backing Canelo. I haven't seen that video. Hagler versus Canelo. That's a great fantasy fight matchup. I'm gonna go with my man Marvelous Marvin, man. But I don't know. Canelo might get the judges against him. And we know when Marvin Hagler fought Sugar Ray Leonard, they had the judges against him in that fight too. So he's used to it. So,
I
might go. I'll go Canelo just because of the judges. But if we're talking about who I think would win if the fight was fair, I give Marvin. Marvin will break him down.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about Hagler, but Canelo, yeah, he's a bit of a cheater.
Yeah. AJ or Usyk in a fight?
Great thumbnail, Corey Taylor. Love the thumbnail. Shout out.
Was that Goku?
Yeah, Goku. Shout out Ultra Instinct Goku. AJ or Usyk in a fight? Who you calling? I'm thinking AJ because of his size, and if he boxes the way that he fought Ruiz, I think, and he can make adjustments on the go possibly. If he develops more,
he's folding up Usyk.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't know, man. To me, that's a damn near 50-50 fight. That's a pick 'em to me.
Yeah.
A pick 'em.
Agreed.
I didn't pick Usyk, to be honest with you.
You gonna pick Usyk?
I might. Why not go for the upset? Why not?
I'll pick AJ.
I would actually. I would put some money on Usyk if I had. If I was in a bet, I would put money on Usyk.
Yeah, I'd bet on AJ though.
I might lose it, but I'll put it on.
I just think that AJ's size and the punishment that he's dealt out, and the punishment that he can take, Usyk wouldn't be able to take. He's not used to. He got a black eye from his first fight, didn't he?
Who?
Usyk.
I believe he did.
Yeah. So I don't think that he's saying that I'll fight AJ in the next fight. So
I think he would.
Yeah, he would. But I think that he would get beaten. Anyway, next one.
This will sum it up for you. This is Vale. This will sum it up for you. And then he said, Golovkin threw 12 body shots in 2 fights against means Canelo.
Okay.
He threw 12 body shots in 2 fights. It's not what he does.
Mm.
And then Sam says, this is I saw this. He was writing this towards you. He said, Jasper, if you think Pac-Man's an inside fighter, you gotta study boxing more. Fighters today cannot fight on the inside. AJ would get destroyed by Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, James Toney, and Andrew Golota. God, he threw the Golota in there. Golota was a mean fighter.
Okay, so Sam 408312.
Yes.
Nice long name. Yeah, I think it's a bit too late for me to think at the moment of any comeback for that. But yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
I definitely agree with Anthony Joshua getting or what's his name? Yeah, I agree with Anthony Joshua getting folded up by Riddick Bowe.
So okay, right. So inside game, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't it going straight at your opponent?
No.
Whether it's
inside,
hitting the head, hitting the body, because what it's sounding to me is as though when people are commenting, they're talking more about body shots.
They're talking about when you're in close quarters with somebody. When I'm here, when I'm right up here against you, when I'm right here.
Okay. So so when Andy Ruiz and Joshua, they had their first fight, right? Mm-hmm. When they were like, okay, Joshua went on the inside and dropped Andy Ruiz, right? So to me, that's what I'm. That's what I'm thinking of inside.
Yeah, well, he cut the distance, but he didn't necessarily drop him from inside fighting. He cut the distance. Inside fighting, like okay, did you watch Canelo vs. Kovalev? Did you watch that fight?
Highlights.
Okay. Well, you seen Canelo fight, right? You see when he fought Golovkin the second time around?
Yes.
Do you remember when he got right on Golovkin's chest and he started throwing these ridiculous body shots and break? That's like inside work. Okay. Or like if again when you were joking under there and I had you like this and I turned you and I threw a body shot, that would be like inside work.
Okay.
Okay. Golovkin, Pacquiao, these guys are fantastic fighters, but they're not fantastic. They're not great inside fighters.
Okay, so it's just my my wrong perception of inside fighting.
All four of these guys he named are all fantastic inside fighters. Heavyweight. This one being probably the best inside fighter of any heavyweight who ever lived.
Okay,
and I'm not even exaggerating. Riddick Bowe was. I've never seen any 6'5" fighter fight on the inside like that man right there. Riddick Bowe.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So my bad, Sam.
Yeah.
So thanks for setting me straight.
But we're all constantly learning in boxing. I learn things all the time myself.
I mean, that's where it is. I'm not shy about saying that. Maybe I said the wrong thing. As long as I'm learning, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So shout out to you, Sam. Thank you for the correction. You need to go down other way.
No. I gotta go out because look.
That's the last comment. Okay.
All right, that's what I mean. I think he's referring to that comment about the AJ boxer thing. Or if AJ the boxer would beat Wilder.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, Michael, you do have a fair point, but that comes with every single fight. Like you have to have a game plan, isn't it?
Correct.
So I don't know if you noticed. Wilder actually gained weight for the
Brazil fight.
The Brazil fight, and that might have contributed to him. Mm-hmm. Well, that did contribute to him making a sensational knockout. So you never know.
This is from Vale. Another thing people forget is that AJ was supposed to fight Pulev, and Takam was the replacement. AJ tried to fight Wilder, Fury, and Ortiz on top of all he's already achieved in 24 fights.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I actually forgot that's how it played out. He fought. It's kind of like the Andy Ruiz, the first fight Andy Ruiz had already played out early in his career. He just wound up winning in that scenario. Like he was supposed to fight Pulev.
Yeah.
And he gets the guy on as a late replacement. As a late replacement, you could argue was a tougher fighter and a better fighter than Pulev. And then he didn't look so good against him. He won that fight, but that was probably before the Andy Ruiz fight. If you said BT, what's the worst performance Anthony Joshua had in his whole title reign, I would have pointed right to that fight against
Takam. And the thing is, this is I can remember watching this fight, right? Funny thing about this fight, right, is that Takam had a mad deep cut here.
Yep.
It was a deep cut. Now, if he would have received more and more punishment, you know what could have happened to him, the potential. So in a way, it might have been better that that he that fight got stopped for him to fight another day.
Yep.
But people just want to see blood, and people
blood and guts. Dang.
Yeah, and people want to see knockouts. So yeah, maybe if it's the case of they just want to see somebody get knocked out, Takam's ready to get into another fight. Yeah, maybe later on AJ should knock him out. In terms of Takam was a replacement. AJ tried to fight Wilder. Yeah. Tried to fight Fury. Yep, they froze him out. Those two people froze him out. And Ortiz. Yeah. Also, Ortiz, he conveniently said that, oh, yeah, my team kind of like messed that deal up, which I don't believe. I believe it was Al Heyman that said, listen, you're under contract. He's got something in the background that I think that makes these fighters fear him to the point where they're like, oh, if you make 7 million, I'll sue you for, I don't know, 14 or 21 million or something, so that they're going to be paying out through their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Ruiz was a late replacement, and he did study him somewhat, but, I think that AJ wasn't mentally kind of like all there because he was very frustrated as well, and he tried to take that frustration out on Ruiz as well. You could clearly see that, and it backfired because Ruiz was such a hard puncher. Okay, so shall we go to the next one?
Yeah, Wilder. This is from Michael. Wilder. Oh, where is it? Go on.
Okay, we need to. Shall we wrap up?
That's what I was saying. Yeah, like if we keep doing it this way, we're never gonna get through them all. There's more and more and more. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've done a million of these, and I tried to do that before. He's got. Let's see. Fabrici says, "Look, this is what This is a simplistic breakdown of inside fighting versus outside fighting.
Okay,
inside fighting, exchanging at close range rather than at the end of your reach. Okay, so there's that.
That's fair. Thank you for BC.
Okay, then close practically on the guy's chest, Ricky and kind of range.
Oh, Ricky and kind of range. Okay.
There you go. That clarifies it.
Fair enough. I need to go back and do that. That's my homework.
That's your homework, champ. And then I'm about to ask you one of these days. I need you to name 3 good inside fighters and 3 good outside fighters. You want to know what football club do you support, if you support any?
Unfortunately, Sam, I'm not a football fan.
Ooh, she's from the UK. He's not a football fan.
I'm sorry, dude. Sorry, is it a she or?
No, it's a dude.
Oh yeah, sorry, Sam. I'm not a football fan. This guy is a
massive football fan. Yeah, Sam knows what I support. I'm rocking the hoodie, the Muhammad Ali Everton hoodie right now. That's what I support. The great Everton Football Club.
But I have got a lot of friends that like Aston Villa, that like Chelsea, that like Arsenal.
Wolves? Any Wolves in there?
No Wolves fans. Sorry, but yeah. How about yourself? Let us know in the comments.
I know who he supports.
Okay, who does
my team to destroy this team on Saturday. That's why I know Chelsea likes Chelsea. I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know a lot of Chelsea fans. Like I was letting them have it because this year has been torture.
By any chance, Sam, are you an ex-United fan? Because I had a friend that was a United fan that actually went to Chelsea.
Oh, he's one of those, right?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there.
Bandwagon, a glory hunter. Sam also getting back to the box says, I love Bo too. So underrated and a funny guy also. Shame about his financial struggles. Nobody deserves that. That's true. But, I'll say this. Everybody always says that it's a shame what's happened to him in his life. Like, I've heard like Jim Lampley, like a couple years ago, HBO did a whole thing about the Bo and Holyfield one. And Jim Lampley saying that every time he sees Holyfield, he cries inside because he's not doing well and whatnot. But then, like, I've spent like so much time on Bo. I can stay with utter confidence that probably nobody in
on YouTube or boxing media has probably spent more time than Riddick Bowe in the last 4 or 5 years recently.
Yep.
And every time around him, he's just the happiest guy. Like whether he had $200 million or $2, I feel like he'd be the same way. He's just a happy guy. And one thing I love about him is that he treats everybody the same. Like if you're a guy who makes $500,000, he'll treat you the same way he treats a bum on the street.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that, to me, that's worth more than any heavyweight title. So that's why I like him, and I always speak positively of him.
Yeah, I mean, that means that he's had a really good upbringing, and I think that for me, right, somebody I've been, in people's houses that are worth millions and millions of pounds, dollars, and so forth, right? But the one thing is that the people that I keep close to me are the people that respect me, that respect themselves, respect other people, and if you don't like something, and that you're able to talk to them about it. And at the end of the day, it's one of those that you only have one life to live. Enjoy it and live it in peace. And for me, tolerating people that are bad people, it's not for me. I'd just say all the best to you. But yeah, sorry, getting back to the point. That's getting too philosophical.
Both. Vale said he said, this is about the Anthony Joshua Takam fight. He said both of Takam's eyes were shredded.
Absolutely, yeah,
absolutely. Sam said this, and I'm going to address this real sternly. Sam said, "I support Chelsea. G. I'm embarrassed to lose to Everton." Well, you shouldn't be embarrassed to lose to Everton. When you guys scored that fluke goal, that when Kovacic kicked the ball from like 30 yards out, and you guys scored that fluke goal, it was like the first time you guys scored against us in like the last 3 matches. So you shouldn't be embarrassed. I mean. To be fair, you guys caught us at the worst possible time because we just fired our manager, and then we have a club legend like Duncan Ferguson come in and be the manager for a game. So the team was gonna play hard, regardless. So if you would have caught us like a week earlier, you would have whooped us. I'll be honest with you. If you would have caught us 2 weeks earlier, you would have whooped us. But you caught us at the worst possible time. And you got a spirited performance.
Okay, last couple of comments.
Right now, let me see. We might have missed some at the top. There's no other comments at the moment, but we might have missed some over here.
Yep, shall we call it a wrap?
Yeah, we might just wrap it up, man, because we've been here for 3.5 hours, and it has been quite fun. I want to appreciate everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for this is my first live.
This is first live, and it's my first live on
UK soil.
UK soil, so
thank you, everybody. It's been great. Thank you for, all the comments, all of the likes, all of the information that you guys have given to us, and thank you for the questions, and hopefully we guys will see you guys around next time. Peace, love, and
gap prosperity. No, I'm joking.
Prosperity.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything. Just please be on the lookout. I got a ton of videos to shoot because, like I said, I've been trying to get acclimated to this freaking time zone, and I'm still not acclimated to it yet. I get tired in like the most random times. So yeah, there's that. I so expect a lot of videos coming out soon. I'm going to be doing.
Check out the previous videos as well.
Yeah, please check out the previous videos.
There is an amazing lineup of people that actually me and BT we went through, like Vladimir Klitschko. There's Errol Spence that he had on there.
My interviews.
Yeah.
Oh, those are old classics. Go back in my interviews place. We got Errol Spence, Vlad Klitschko, Larry Holmes, Terrence Crawford, Chris Algieri, Stacey McKinley, Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, Chris Bird. It just so many. I can't. Saddam Ali. It's just a lot. So yeah, just go watch old interviews. Tony Bellew. Go Isaac Chamberlain, of course.
Got Eddie
Hearn. Just a lot, man. A lot of Romeo Gonzalez. Met him, got interviewed him one time. Yeah, go check those old interviews out. Check the pub vlog if you haven't done it already. And yeah, stay tuned. Honestly, and also stay tuned for this because look, my dad, he's been going live a lot recently, and he doesn't tell me when he's going live. So, You never know when you might catch him live. I don't even know when I might
Big
catch him
Papa,
live.
shout out to Big Papa Bear. We both love you, and hopefully you'll be doing the lives over here, and I'll be able to hopefully one day commence the Miami
The
takeover.
Miami takeover. That's right. That's
The
right.
Miami takeover, and I can do it for you guys, and just let us know what other content that you guys are interested in and what you guys want us actually to do as well.
Absolutely. So yeah, we're gonna keep pushing here in the UK. We haven't even really began the True School Sports takeover right now. This is like the freaking warm up and tune up. The real takeover will be probably this week. And as we get more interviews, so please stay tuned for that. Please continue to support the channel, because when you support this channel, you support the real unboxing. I really, to even be out here in the UK, I'm coming out here on a lot of faith. So luckily for Jasper, he's made everything very, very at home and comfortable for me. So I appreciate him. And
shout out to mom, dad.
Shout out to
mom
uncle and
dad.
auntie.
Yeah,
uncle
auntie.
Shout out to uncle and auntie
for the chicken korma,
the roast. Yeah, you got the beans, the herbs and whatnot. It's top stuff. But
we only deal with grade A food over here.
That's it.
So guys,
we're gonna get out of here. But you guys have a great night. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
2 times.